Yes. Now recording Fate's Day Night 26.
Hello.
This is the first time in the last, 5 videos I know which episode it is.
Happy 2022.
Happy 2022. The year of the
2022.
second route,
That's right.
which means this is the UBW year. Just twos.
Oh my god, it's only been half a year.
It's been so long and we're still not even close to done with Bladeworks. Is how bad it's been. But
That's not true.
that is true. We still have 6 days to go and they're massive.
And we still haven't
Okay,
still to go through.
Oh my god. Okay.
Strike lovers. Let's go.
February 9th, Strike Lovers. Just make sure everything is fine. Yeah, I think we're recording. I slowly opened my eyes. The night that felt like it'd last forever has ended. I don't know if I could not bear the pain anymore, or if the pain went away at some point. Anyway, I feel no pain and I don't feel sleepy or tired. My head has cleared up, as I managed to get about 3 hours of sleep. I get up from the sweaty futon. Then, as soon as I get up, my left foot slips. I touch my left foot thinking it's strange. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no pain or blood, and I don't feel like I'm touching my leg. I don't feel anything on my left leg or my left arm. I tried pinching the left side of my chest, and again, I don't feel anything. I guess my body hasn't fully healed yet, even though the pain went away. The whole left side of my body is numb, and it doesn't feel like it's my body. I think something like this happens frequently. Yeah, that. This is like the numbing one gets from having the blood circulation on a limb cut off temporarily. Well, it moves fine, so it should heal in time. It reacts slowly, and it feels like I'm moving it using a controller, but it shouldn't hinder my everyday life if I'm careful. Maybe using the projection magic without, actually developing a switch and technique and shit wasn't the best idea for Shirou.
I guess.
I refrained from using a knife this morning and make a simple breakfast consisting mainly of bread. My dominant hand, the right one, is good, so I can use that on the frying pan. I cook some ham and eggs, instant clam chowder, and make breakfast for 3.
Itadakimasu.
The two bow and dig into the toast. Saber eats the toast and
Oh yeah,
salad.
by the way, wait a minute. Where is Taiga?
I don't know, probably around here. Saber eats the toast.
She should be here. She was
Maybe she's
not
just quiet.
killed by... Still not, she was not just...
Yeah.
The true
we would know
question
if she was.
is,
Saber eats the toast and salad like always, munching and nodding. Yeah. It's interesting to see Saber using chopsticks, but Western food suits her more. Saber is usually quiet. It's not that she's untalkative, but it seems like she considers silence a virtue. So this is how she is during meals. It's easier for me to stay quiet during meals, so a meal like this is ideal for me. Then I realize why it's so quiet this morning. In a word,
Yeah, ohayo!
Now there she is.
there she is. Fujine didn't stay over last night.
そうだよ。今朝はフランスはカフェマルリー風にしてみました。してみましたんで黙ってくれ。
I give Fujine
Oh,
her
you
mug.
just ask the Taiga to be quiet. That's
その割
impossible.
にはそこはかとなくインスタントの匂いがするよ、シロ。
気のせいだ。起きたばっかりだから鼻が利かないんだろ。
そっか、言われてみればそうかも。あ、セーバーちゃんもおはよう。昨日は帰れなくてごめんね。
Fujine gulps down the hot clam chowder like some kind of sports drink. I bet there's some special coating on her throat.
おはよう、タイガ。昨夜は姿が見えませんでしたが、何かあったのですか？ん？ ちょっとお仕事じゃないか。単にお見舞いに回ってるだけなんだけどね。それも昨日で終わったから、今日からはまたのんびりできるなり。
She
What
puts
is this
marker.
Taiga energy?
What?
She looks like. What is this Taiga energy? I don't know. She looks like sad.
Yeah.
I know why.
I mean,
looks
she's
like
sad
that,
because all the kids are fucking
Yeah.
in the hospital, right?
but- Yes, but I miss it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to see Taiga feel so down. I don't know. Every time we have one of these like silent times with Saber, I just feel really bad because I know she's like gonna get fucked at the end of this because we're not doing anything to help her. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Ah.
Damn.
Well, she puts margarine on her bread while she's speaking. It doesn't really matter, but Fujine doesn't use butter. I can ask her why, but I don't want to since I'm sure I'll get a stupid response.
なあ藤ね、入院したやつで重症なのは何人ぐらいいるんだ？
重症な子はいないよ。今は病院で様子を見てるだけで、週が明ければみんな元気に登校できるって。
That's good to know that they're getting better.
だから大丈夫よ、シロー。
Wow, that
今
was
回の事
quick.
故は気にしないで、気楽に行っていいんだから。
Well, this time, Blood for It didn't last for nearly as long as it did during the Fate Route, so...
Yeah, I guess. This time, Cast Rider was easily blown away by the power of
Kutsuki's, explosive...
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to call like that.
Fujine bites into her toast. She looks so carefree that looking at her makes me feel like I can trust
そ
her.
っか、それはよかった。
そうそう。世はすべてこともなし。
And by the way, about that Kutsuki thing, we should probably be on high alert.
Oh, yeah. Especially
Because
now
now
that our body is,
Caster
like,
knows.
fucked, right?
Yeah. Now Caster and Kutsuki know who we are and where we live and
Yep.
all that kind of good stuff. And they know the power of the servants
Yep.
that they can actually wreck the heck out of Saber.
Wait,
What is it?
sorry. She has a peaceful smile. Yeah, at times like this, she reminds me that Fujine is Fujine. Looks like Shirou also felt the change in
それじゃあ行ってくる。
energy.
今まで通り
Yeah.
留守番よろしくな、セイバー。
はい、それはいいのですが、シロ、台
Wait a
所に
minute.
食事の作り置きがないようでした
Why?
が、
Why?
今日は昼
Why
食
that
抜きなのですか？
Why she is?
Because she's embarrassed to ask for food.
Okay.
まあいいや、
That's
今日は
being
土曜だから
balanced.
早く帰ってこれるん
Okay.
だ。少し遅くなるけど、昼飯時には戻ってくるから、昼ご飯は俺が作るよ。
I think I remember this moment from the
シロ
anime.、
そういうことはきちんと言ってもらわねば困ります。どうも今朝のシロは気が緩んでいるようです。反応も鈍いですし、何か気がかりなことでもあるのですか？
Well, yeah, but we're also, like, crippled from yesterday. So,
Oh yeah.
あ、いや別にないぞ。昨日の今日で体がまだ重いけど、こんなのすぐに戻る。
I mean, we have to think that whatever the fuck happened to Shirou, it's like something that Avalon can't fix. Because, like, he's been blown apart, like, all his bones have been broken, like, there's been holes busted in like, his body. And Avalon fixed everything in a night, right? So whatever the fuck happened to him this time, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, at the same time because it kinda is, I guess. Kinda because at the same because why? Now I'm thinking something. I'm probably just not remembering it very well, but what exactly did Rin/Saber did in Fate Night to get the situation not happening? What was done there that was not done now?
The Magecraft situation? Rin used that gem of hers to awaken Shirou's switch so that he doesn't have to burn his own body to use magic, and instead he can just, like, turn on his circuit when he wants to. This time that didn't happen. They didn't train magic at all. There has been no magic training, especially because Adine doesn't live here. So, like, Shirou hasn't been actually trained to not use magic self-destructively.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's bad. And if they have to fight more, he's gonna have to do that more times, which probably isn't very good. The left side of my body is still numb, but it doesn't hurt, so there's no problem. I can't tell Saber about such a thing and worry her.
まあ確かに悪かった。食事はセイバーの唯一の趣味だもんな。謝罪の意味も込めて昼飯は5銭にするからそれで帳消しにしてくれ。
I wave goodbye and go to the door.
何か今の言いようは納得いきません。私はただ食事を抜いては有事の際に力が出せないと。
いいからいいから。それじゃあ留守番よろしくな、セイバー。
It's kind of weird when Saber is like the most like high energy person in the house. You know, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like we are seeing something else. We are not seeing fate, we are seeing this weird thing.
And this route isn't particularly depressing, so it's not great. I leave Saber's complaints behind me. Oh, do you want to say anything?
No, I was just wanting to remember everyone that we should probably start to be terrified by the prospect that both Shinji and Gilgamesh are together doing something.
Oh yeah.
Not good.
I mean, let's hope
We
I mean, if we don't see them at school today, that's probably a bad sign. If we do see Shinji at school, it's probably a worse sign. So
we should be worried that we haven't seen Ilia's view for a while now.
Oh yeah, that's true. We don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, and she's got Berserker. I mean, he
And
was
Berserker's fine this time.
he was a mid-boss in the last route.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I guess that's correct, indeed.
I wonder if that's gonna come into play soon. I leave
I
Saber's
wonder if-
complaints. Oh, sorry.
I wonder what Sakura is up to now.
Yeah.
Unlimited. Unlimited. Any reaction.
I'd give my reaction, and I wanted to say in that time I forgot what you said, Boomer. You said something, and I just wanted to. You asked where was Taiga, and I wanted to say that the true question is when will we see the Sakura again? When will we see Sakura again?
No, that doesn't matter. That is the equivalent of asking where's the trash. The trash is
I
the
hope
trash
we
is
never
Well,
the
Sakura
trash
is
can,
locked.
baby.
Man,
Sakura's
I
locked
don't
in
know
her
why
home.
you
The
don't
tra-
have a. You
the
don't know how
trash
to
is in the
tell
trash
opinion.
can.
You
as it should be.
just know one word to make an opinion, but that's okay, you know.
Well, yeah, but Sakura
trade
is locked at
Bitcoin,
home,
buddy.
so I don't think we're gonna be seeing her anytime soon.
Your whole opinion is based on one word.
Yes.
なんだ、思ったより疲れるな。
I touched my numb left leg. Didn't happen when I was in the house, but I start feeling sick once I start walking. Even though it doesn't affect my movements, it's a big mental burden to walk with a numb body.
これぐらい我慢しないと。この程度、二人に比べたらどうってこと
Oh
ないんだから。
boy, here we go again. Shirou.
Even though she healed up,
Shirou hurting himself because he thinks he's not doing enough. Oh boy.
yep. Even though she healed up, Saber got her
She
throat
did.
cut and was smashed against a wall. Tosaka took that hammer-like blow to her chest. It should be nothing for me, as I didn't actually take a hit.
さて、
Step out with my numb left leg and start walking down the hill. Feel slightly nauseous.
Zevlen, for Zevlen and Mapo Tofu, you two that are the specialists in fate lore in here. How bad is the thing that Shirou's going through right now?
Very bad. This is really bad. What's happening to Shirou at the moment?
Elaborate on very bad.
I don't want to elaborate because we're gonna see it, but It's not
Okay.
good. No bueno. No bueno.
No bueno.
I walked to school with ghost-like steps. That's a way to put it.
Ghost likes. What is a ghost like step?
Very late, I suppose. Then, school's over before I notice it. It might be because of my body, but I don't have a sense of time. I don't remember anything about the lectures, and I'm not too sure what I did either.
まずいかな、やっぱり。
The left side of my body is still numb. Even though I don't feel anything, having it numb for so long gets me worried.
なんか感じないくせに
Wait a
重くな
minute.
ってきた
Wait
気
a
がす
minute.
るし。
Did this man seriously get the morning? Wait, what? Did he seriously spend the entire school day feeling numb? And what?
Yeah, he's tanking it, I guess.
Jesus, that's bad. But you're not even thinking about going to the hospital or something right like that.
Yeah.
Calling Rin, calling Saber, calling Taiga, calling the.
I think he's like ashamed to call Rin, because she got really hurt, right? Like Rin probably could have died from getting that punch, right? And maybe he feels guilty
I guess.
about like not, you know.
His thing, we protected her.
Yeah. Like, remember when he did the thing, he was thinking, holy shit, you know, if I don't do it, Tosaka's gonna die. So when he sees her get that
Yeah.
bad, he's like, well, fuck, you know, maybe I shouldn't. The nausea
Okay,
won't-
at least understanding about the damage you took. I don't know. I guess because he hasn't taken any classes yet. He hasn't had any other he doesn't acquired any understanding about magical circuits and how do you actually make spells and things like that. So yeah, to a
Yeah.
certain degree makes sense that he just thinks he's reacting to the damages he took, but again it feels being
bad.
numb for a whole day.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't-
just terrible.
It just even if he was thinking of getting smashed like he did, still doesn't make a lot of sense of just going on with the day after taking every single aspect of that.
Yeah, it's just a shame. I don't know. Poor Shirou. The nausea
Yeah,
won't go
poor
away
Shirou.
either. And of course, Kutsuki wasn't at school.
帰ろう。セイバーもお腹減らしてるだろうし。
I grabbed my bag
The
to go
question,
home.
wait a minute. The question that should be stated right now is Issei at the school?
Ah, I think I forgot to do something. Probably, you know. But I should remember once I go home and rest. Maybe he should have checked on Issei, huh?
Yeah, because remember we have a sleeping agent in the middle of the school.
Yep. I remember when I walk up the hill with my numb left leg.
そういえば、遠坂と話をするの忘れてた。
I forgot about it since I had my hands full with my body and since my head was spaced out. Well, I'm sure nothing big happened since she didn't come see me. Considering my condition, I can contact her once I get better. I don't know about that.
Boy.
I don't know
Okay,
about
how many things did happen meanwhile we were numb the entire day? How many people died? How many
Well, I'm sure Shirou couldn't help much
battles?
with that if he wanted to. You know.
I guess, but damn, the moment he says, "I think nothing happened," you know something happened.
I know, right? Like, it's just...
Chekhov's gun. The moment you say there is a gun in there, you need to use that gun. The moment you say nothing happened, you need to say what happened.
Well, then there's also the thing of Tosaka being proactive, going after Shirou just to spend time with him before, and she hasn't done that this time. I don't know. Maybe it's you know, part of the hurt is on her too. Maybe she feels bad for Shirou, or I don't know.
I don't. We don't even know if she went to school, because she probably would. Considering that Kutsuki is her enemy, he knows she's at school,
Yeah.
and by every single metric, there is no more restrictions about getting into the war in the middle of a public space, I don't know if she went to school.
Yeah, it's
There's a
all.
good chance.
It's all
There's a
complicated.
good chance she would be right now belittling Shirou, but for going to school in such a state.
Yep. I mean, she should. Shirou really needs some Rin right now. Like, she needs it bad.
Who doesn't?
I know, right? Considering
Yeah,
my
fair enough.
condition, I can contact her once I get better. I don't know about getting better, man.
だ
I announce myself loudly and head to the kitchen. Put the food I bought in the refrigerator, wash my hands, and put on my apron. I'll be making codfish pot tonight, so I'll use some meat for lunch. I think about making teriyaki chicken and start getting ready.
What the heck is
帰ったのです
codfish?
か？
Bacalhau.
Ah.
Saber must have heard me as she comes in from the porch.
なあ遅くなってすまないすぐに飯にするから休んでいてくれ
Crap. I dropped the dish in my hands since I was preoccupied with Saber.
シロ、
That
食器が割れてい
man.
ますが。
That man's not good.
I love how in the
That
anime,
man is not
the way
good.
that they conveyed this in the anime is just, instead of having the whole monologue thing, they just cut to him like doing lunch and the plate falls and Saber's like, oh, the plate fell. And you're like, wait, what?
うん皿を割るなんて初めてだ
I'm surprised as well, so I respond stupidly.
すまんすぐに片付けるからセイバーは気にせず座っていていいぞ
Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys.
That
Wait, I'm
man,
gonna
that
pause for
man
a
is
second.
going to faint.
Certainly not. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna have to cut that certainly not. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to edit this video again.
No, let this be
Are
like
you recording
it
this whole
was.
thing?
Oh my god, yes. Yes, we have to record. Wait, I'm gonna pause again. What the fuck? I pick up a piece. I drop it.
疲れているようですね、シロは。いいです。片付けは私がしますから。シロは調理に専念してください。
I guess trying to pick it up with my left hand was a mistake. Well, that's a good lesson. My left hand is still numb, so I'll be really careful when using the kitchen knife.
シロ、
Boy,
無理せずとも結構ですか
wait a
ら。
minute.
単純な料
Is
理をお願
Shirou
いします。
left-handed?
気を入れてくれるのは嬉しいのですが、
That's a good question.
料理にあなたの血が混ざっているというのは
Is it?
困る。
He said
Is
his
it?
dominant hand is right, no? When he
I
was
think so.
cooking.
I think so.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
but
right-handed.
why?
Well, because
Why
you
are
hold the
picking knife
thing you're
with-
cutting with your left hand. You slice with the right.
Yeah?
So if he doesn't if he isn't able to make the claw hand with his left hand, he can like chop one of his fingers off.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I don't want that either. I'd be a failure as a cook.
了解気合を入れるのは夕飯にして昼は簡単なもので済ますよとりあえずメインはそのまま予定していたかぼちゃと大根は自重するけどいいかな
I take 200 grams of chicken, put it on the cutting board,
Pumpkin.
and carefully ready my fork.
Why is he putting pumpkin in that thing?
I don't know, man. He's just kinda, he's just weird. It's one of the sides. I think it might be like a Japanese cuisine thing. They just like
Where did
sweet.
he
They
get
like
a
sweet meat.
pumpkin?
They just like sweet meat.
Is it really weird? Like
Not really.
pumpkin?
I mean, they like
Not really.
sweet meat with like sweet sides. I don't know. It's just a Japanese like thing. I have to make the main radish. The main radish. Jesus Christ. I have to make the main dish with care because of what I told Saber this morning.
はい。期待しています、シロ。
Saber replies as if she can sense my enthusiasm. I'm more enthusiastic now. I'll poke some holes first with the fork and...
ピンポン
Are we getting Tosaga?
Wait a
Sure.
minute.
Like
There
a
is
Canadian.
wait a minute. There is there is more or less 4 alternatives to who it may be on that door.
Send it.
Rin, Taiga,
The
Sakura,
boys.
or something bad.
そうみたいだな
Pick your
What is-
poison.
ちょっと出てくる
Caster. It could be Ilya, it could be Gilgamesh.
Bro, if
Screw
we got
everything
visited by
Gilgamesh.
Heliosville like cold in the middle of the day, that shit would be wild.
Dude, straight up Shinji with
It could be
Gilgamesh
Emiya
appeared in the
Kiritsugu.
forest.
It could be Emiya Kiritsugu straight back from the dead. I
Yeah,
jogged to the door. Imagine if it was Kotomine Kire. Yorokobe Shona. I'm here for lunch.
Yorokobe, Shirou. Now sit
I'm
now
here
pass
to
me that
share the
pumpkin.
word of God.
Have you heard
Dude,
of God,
dude,
our Lord and Savior Jesus
Dude,
Christ?
imagine, man.
Jehovah's Witness Kotomine would be
No,
like,
Kiritsugu, no. Imagine Kotomine going door to door. Have you heard about the word of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Yeah.
it's rare
You're
for someone
not
to come
Yorokobe.
visit at this time. Fujine doesn't ring the bell and she has the spare key. I don't have many guests,
Ooh,
and since
that's
there aren't
one
that
less.
many houses around, I don't have many neighbors.
誰だろう一体
That's one of the 4 options out.
Well, it's not anyone hostile, since my father's boundary fuel isn't ringing, so I bet it's someone from Fujine's
Now we
place.
have 2 options.
はいどなたですか
I open the door. Then,
It's gonna be Rin.
my mind
It's going to
freezes.
be Rin.
We stare at each other
Ooh, wait a
silently.
minute. She's with
No,
the
don't
school
wait.
uniform.
Yep. Well, I'm just dumbfounded, but Tosaka looks angry.
遠坂なんで
定時連絡エミヤくんがすっぽかしたから
Oh,
By the
you
way,
heard
why
the girl,
I'm
man.
wait a minute. Why I'm still wanting to there's appear a new line of text saying and then Kotomine Kiri appears behind me.
Oh, that would be bad. Remember last time Kotomine visited Dean and Shiro's house? That was not fun. That was
Did he
absolutely
ever
not
visit
fun.
Did he ever visit Shiro's
Oh, you don't
house?
remember that CG
Oh.
from the Fate route? That CG from the
Oh.
last day of the Fate route?
Oh, you're talking about
What?
the bad ending?
Yeah, I'm talking about that time Shiro comes back home and Tosaka's all fucked in his floor, like almost bleeding out.
Oh
to
yeah.
death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was not
Oh
fun.
yeah, that.
That wasn't a good time.
定時連
No,
絡
but
をすっ
I'm
ぽ
just
かしたって
imagining.
そりゃ確かに遠坂と会うのを
Oh
忘れてた
boy,
け
oh,
ど
that man just dumped her on the date. God damn, he's
Ooh.
listening to something.
Emiya, you can't do this, man. Tosaka glares at me silently. This is bad. I don't know why she's mad, but I feel like I've done something really bad.
すまん
Quick,
忘れてたの
Shiro,
は
quick,
謝
Shiro,
る
grab something with your
協
left
力
hand
者
and
とし
let
て
him drop
定
it.
時
She's
連
going
絡
to
は
feel
当
pity
然の
of
義
you.
務だ
No, Shiro needs to drop on his knees and start kissing her feet or something, because this is like not good. That must
Buddy,
satisfy her.
just show some weakness, faint or something like that. That should maybe help you.
Either that or use the secret
So, yeah.
Joestar technique.
状況は何も変わってないんだからお互いの確認は当然じゃない
I sigh with relief. It's surprising enough to see Tosaka in my place, so having her get mad at me here is like an out-of-this-world experience. I have to take care of this troublesome situation as fast as possible.
話は分かった連絡はすぐにするから遠坂も帰ってくれていい
Oh my
ここま
god.
で
Oh, yo.
Why is Shiro so difficult? He's so dumb. Oh my god.
No, but wait a minute. Shiro is dumb because he doesn't understand women.
Okay, I
Partially
can see your
because-
point. I can see your point.
But wait, now I'm thinking of something. Why is Shiro not understanding of women?
Because he doesn't understand anyone. He's like the most unsociable person I've ever seen, besides Tosaka.
I guess, but wait.
And he
didn't
had to live
look-
with
he didn't-
Taiga.
He did have to live with Taiga, that's true.
Yeah, there's a fair point. But at the same time, he had good relationships with Issei,
Nah,
with
bro, it's
with
the
Sakura, with
Well, he never had a good
Shinji.
relationship with a woman. Like Sakura was an exception because he was pretty much his housemaid, right? Like they were friends-ish, but it was more of like an asymmetric thing. Like he didn't want her to get hurt. He was friends with Shinji, right? Like I don't know.
Before Shinji was Shinji.
Before Shinji got bad, like got really bad, I suppose. don't know how bad he was back in the day.
And yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
I mean, he is a boy, and he didn't really have any experience,
He's a boy.
experience with actual women that are insane, batshit, crazy
yeah,
heads.
but again, Kiritsugu didn't tell him anything about women.
He did tell him to not make a girl cry, which is the most important lesson of all time. So, hey.
Oh
why
yeah,
make a-
I forgot that.
Why make a-
That Kiritsugu is quite possibly one of the most misogynistic characters in the Fate series.
He's not. He's just a gentleman. Shut up. Why make a face like that?
The best.
要件は分かったから、ひとまず帰って橋の下の公園で落ち合うん
That's
じ
a
ゃないの
full
か。
on date, buddy.
I got a bad feeling, so I asked timidly. That must have been the last straw, as Tosaka is good at reading what I fear the most.
いいえ、いい機会だから今日はここで会議するわ。まさかわざわざここまで来た友人を追い返すなんてしないわよね。
He
Jeez.
smiles like a devil and says a devilish thing.
ここで会議するとうちに上がるっていうのか、お前。
何よ、あなただって私の家に上がったでしょ。それに今回が初めてってわけじゃないし。
But Taiga though.
That's right. It was Tosaka that treated my
Tiger
wound
is
on
going
that
to-
night I first met Saber.
Wait a minute. Zevlen, what will be Taiga's reaction to seeing Shirou
Tosaka's
with
just
two
visiting.
girls
Tosaka's just
and
visiting.
Tosaka?
It's not like she's moving
Yeah,
into her
why?
house.
Why she's visiting? Why all of a sudden out of this
Just talk about
unexpected
cool things,
moment?
you know, like murder.
Cool
then I-
things that they don't school things between two colleagues that don't ever talk to each other
I mean,
and
they've been talking
have
to each other.
barely acknowledged. Yeah, once
but
in
then,
the year.
I was just confused about this master thing, and the fact that Tosaka was at my house didn't register. Even if we're cooperating, Tosaka is Tosaka. She's the school idol and a girl of my age. It's an outrageous situation for her to come into my house. Wait, why is she coming in?
じゃあお邪魔します。話し合いなんだから今でいいわよね、エミ。
待てってばバカ。いいのかお前。遠坂なのに俺ん家に上がったりしたら大変だぞ。
いいからいいから。ああ、それとお昼食べてないからよろしくね。
Boy,
The
he's
intruder,
going to
Tosaka-rin, comes
die.
into the house. She kinda
He's
sus.
g- Wait a minute. I like that. Half the time there is these weird lines that apparently were written by Issei himself. Like the devil says devilish things.
考えなしも
The
ほどほどにしろ。
Tosaka-rin, the imposter. I object in a loud voice, but it has no effect on my enemy. The intruder carelessly goes into the living
My
room, leaving me
enemy.
confused out in the hallway.
Buddy, why is Issei suddenly Shirou? What the heck?
So, after the three of us have lunch, we talk about our future plans. The topic, of course, is Caster. We talk for about 4 hours on how to beat her at the Ryudo Temple, but the results are not good.
はあ、
Jesus,
結
what
局
the have
正
they
面
talked
からの
about?
実力行使しかないってわけね。セイバーの話が本当なら、サーバントは正門からしか入れないって言うし。
そうですね。あの山には霊体に対する強力な結界が張られていますから、私では正門から突入するしか手はありません。
で、無理して疲弊しきった体で境内に上がったら、キャスターが待ち伏せているわけだろ。そんなのいい
And
の
this is
じゃない
considering
か。
Saber's, like, actually insane magic resistance. So this is a pretty fucking strong spirit,
Oh yeah, that's
anti-spirit boundary
true.
field.
But wait, that doesn't make a lot of sense
的
because
を射るあいつ
wait
が
a minute,
負
wait a
けに
minute,
され
wait,
ち
wait,
ゃ
Yeah,
知ら
this
ないわ。
is, she's
wait.
gonna say it.
ま、アサシンだけならセイバー
Wait a
とアーチャー
minute.
のコンビで倒せるだろうけど、
Saber has always
境内に
shown
上がった後、
capability to
キャ
resist
スターを
caster's
どう追い詰める
spells.
かも問題
Yeah.
か。
Why this one is strong enough to
That,
make
that
her
isn't
bend?
Caster's spell. That isn't Caster's spell. It's because the mountain
Then
has
he's
been
a
a
squid.
sacred... No, it's because the mountain has been a sacred place for like thousands of years or whatever. So it's collected mystery over all this time. She can't do anything about that. Her magic stops, her magic resistance stops at the level of like the magic of the old times, of the Age of Gods, or sorcery. So, no magi today are able to hurt Saber, but ancient magic from the far past that's been directly geared towards spirits, pretty safe bet.
And another thing that Rin just said, cornering Caster after getting into the temple would be another problem.
Certainly, I think
Why?
it would be actually kind of impossible.
Why?
Because Caster would know.
Yeah, but
She would have plenty of time
No,
to know
but
and prepare.
I guess, but at the same time, Archer has shown to has been shown to be able to beat her.
Well,
I guess
Kinda.
Kutsuki could make this.
he wasn't going to beat
I
her.
guess.
I mean, they
Yeah, he
fought
was.
well
He
enough
was
for him
about
to
to-
escape.
I guess, but he was going to kill her, wasn't he?
Well, I guess you could have seen it that way, but then we're talking about the combination of assassin and caster and Kutsuki, and it's not just Archer who's the target or Shirou. We have Archer, Shirou, Saber, and Rin.
Yeah, this feels like certainly at the very least a close matchup, but I think maybe.
Well, the cornering problem is kind of doubled up because it's just a bad geographical position. It's kind of a flat terrain with a big
I
building in the
guess.
middle. I don't think they can pin her down, is what they're trying to say. She can fly up and she has a bunch of mobility.
Wait, can I make an assumption though? Wait, but Caster, why wouldn't Saber defeat Caster? Considering that Saber is close combat style core compared to Caster's long range style.
Well, we have two reasons why Saber couldn't beat Caster on her own. Number one, Kutsuki is a big issue. Because he can body Saber, as we've seen, or he could last time.
I guess.
This time,
yeah, I
she
guess
knows his techniques.
I guess.
But he would
Yeah,
at least
and I
get
guess
that distraction.
Kutsuki would be. But I guess Kutsuki could be easily beaten by Archer because of his long range stuff, and his
And-
missile.
And let's remember from the Fate route, Caster did have spells that could body Saber, like that one time she froze her in place, when she was trying to hit her with a Noble Phantasm dagger. So we probably just haven't seen her get prepared for a fight. We've given her a full day to prepare whatever she needs in terms of spells and items to combat Saber, Rin, and Shirou. I don't know about Archer, but she's probably not very stupid.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right.
And
Oh
if
yeah,
Shirou
by
gets
the way,
murdered,
why hasn't Rin brought Archer?
Maybe Archer's still being difficult.
Jesus.
and if Shirou gets killed, Saber disappears as well.
Yeah, let's remember that Archer is doing
Yeah.
his damnedest to get Shirou killed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Saber might not last
That
very long.
would-
If he comes up, think about this. If Archer comes up with that alliance talk again, then we're really screwed. Right? Because
But
he's
can
the...
he? But can he go against his own master?
I mean, he can.
Like-
Sure he can. Like, he has that command spell against him, but on his own words,
Yeah.
it's very weak. Like, it just bothers him a bit when he doesn't do things. If he can get it done with Caster quick, and she hits him with the dagger or whatever, like, that's gonna be like a
Yeah,
quick
fair
turnaround.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And what happens if she's not his master anymore?
Well, she's fucked, right? Because she's just like a moving target.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants the command spell.
Oh well.
Caster surely isn't
Oh well,
gonna let
makes
Tosuka
sense.
go, right? So,
エミヤ君の話じゃとんでもない魔力の貯蔵量だっていうし、下手に追い詰めたら流動寺ごと道連れにされかねない。
there you go. She's just gonna level
確かに
the Yudo
キ
Mountain.
ャスターは潔い死を迎える性質ではないようでしたし、自らが滅びるなら
No,
私たちご
that's
と
one
爆散しか
big
ねない。
gas. No,
Muron,
no, that's one big.
そうなれば
Ah,
流動寺も
big
消え
gas
去ります
leak.
が、
Yep.
Wild guess?
セイバーしれっと怖いこと言うよな。キャスターのやつ追い詰められたら自爆するっていうの
That is a possibility.
するでしょう、そりゃ。
しますね、おそらく。
Castor doesn't look like she's the kind of person that would like to lose, so they're in perfect unison.
And she's evil.
She is lawful evil, yeah, no, neutral evil. I'm sorry. Come to think of it, Saber and Tolsaka have the same opinions, and it seems like they approve of each other in combat. Both of them are saying not to attack there, so challenging the Ryudo Temple must be really hard.
ああ、なんだ。もうこんな時間なんだ。
The clock sound echoes through the living room. It's 6 o'clock and the sky is tinted red.
とりあえず話し合いはここまでだな。そろそろ夕飯の支度をしないと。
I get up. I'll be making codfish pot tonight, so it won't take that long for me to cook it. All I need to do is cook the rice and make something that'll go with the pot.
何よ、エミヤくん。人の顔ジロジロ見ちゃって。
'Cause you're cute, bruh. Well, why is she making herself at home when we're about to make dinner?
それにさっきからずっと離れているし、そこがエミヤくんの定位置かどうかは知らないけど、話し合いをするんだからもっと近くにいないと不便でしょ。
Now that I think of it, something. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm
How
pretty
did I
sure he's
think
just
of
being
it?
shy.
There are two things in my mind right now. One, that Caster would self-destruct. Would she? When we fought against her during Fitting Night, she didn't really think of that while being killed by Gilgamesh.
Well, she didn't have time
Because
to
she
react.
was,
She was impaled by 15 swords immediately.
she was busy suffering.
I guess.
She was busy being in pain. I mean, we're not
Another-
talking about we
another-
kill Castor and then she blows up. We're talking about we get Castor in a position where she doesn't have a lot of movement and then she blows up. She needs to know that she doesn't have any options, right? Plus, they don't know that she didn't do that last
Yes.
time. So,
And
We
another
have
thing is,
forbidden
what
knowledge.
would be the church's cover up for the fact that the whole mountain blew up?
massive gas leak,
Gas leaks.
volcanic eruption.
What?
Terrorist attack.
What gas?
The famous Buddhist
Terrorist
terrorists
attack.
exploding themselves atop their mountain.
The famous. The famous. What?
Tolsaka, who is sitting magnificently at the table, stares at me, who is sitting at the very corner. There's only one reason why I'm distancing myself from Tolsaka.
バカ言え。俺の定位置はお前が陣取ってるところだよ。それを遠坂が横取りするからこうなったんだろ。
Sure it is, you weak man, you little man. I can plan with all my might.
Beta male.
ははそっか。
Omega
外じゃマス
male.
ター同士って
Oh
こ
no,
とで
that's
気にならなかったけ
That's
ど、
not good.
自分の
That's
家の
not
中にな
good.
ったら住み戻るってことね。
悪いかバカ。男なんだからこんなの普通の反応だ。
Oh!
Wait.
Oh!
Wait, why being a guy though?
Bruh, the guy is being a tsundere.
It's strange not to be nervous when it's a girl of my age and Tolsaka at that. I've been having the meeting normally, frantically telling myself that we're both masters. It's pitiful, but I was nervous throughout the meeting and I don't know how many cups of tea I've had.
で
Wait a
もおかしくない？
Doesn't tea make you
Zevlen
like
って
go
女の子だし
Zero?
聞いた話じゃ藤村
It's
先生も
ironic
さく
that
らも
he's
ここに
not
来るんでしょ？
reacting to Saber like a
な
girl,
の私だっ
girl
て似たよう
anymore.
なものじゃない。
Well, he never had the realization, right? So,
Yeah, he
Never saw her naked.
never saw her naked, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
That thumbnail that one day will
Oh, actually-
exist of Saber naked.
You just reminded me. Oh no. No, that's not right.
Wait, did you just turn off H scenes?
No, I have to keep them on because it censors some of the content. I had turned it off last episode,
Let's go!
but I guess I didn't really
Bruh,
turn
I was
them
about
on.
to complain if you
Yeah.
turned off the H scenes.
Well, I will turn
Let's
them off because
go.
they're terrible. But besides that,
But
Wait, why are you afraid of
Buddy.
censorship in
What
YouTube?
about-
no, they're just really bad. Nasu didn't want to
you're
write
afraid
them.
of some pussy, Zevlen?
Buddy, what
No, I'm
about
not
the
afraid of no
magical
pussy.
transfer
Nasu didn't want to
scene?
write them because he was like committed to writing a serious story, but he needed to make money. The company told him he needed to make money.
So he embedded
So he
fan
was like,
service.
he
to
asked
do that.
Takeuchi to draw some porn scenes and tell him what to write because he couldn't bring himself to write porn. So he just wrote some random ass shit to go with the images, and that's what we got, and it's all terrible.
Well, then we just need to appreciate his effort by watching it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
We're reading the Real
exactly.
Tenua version, so he actually wrote alternative
Yeah,
scenes
buddy.
that are closer to his original.
But you know, no,
Buddy,
actually,
we
never mind.
should.
Watching the
Yeah,
H
we
scenes with other guys, I think.
Well, we're gonna be doing that
Yeah,
in
buddy.
Muramasa, and that's gonna be something, because those H
Yeah.
scenes, man, those H scenes are something else. Oh, Saber and Tulsaka are different.
I'm wait a minute. That's just cut to the scene of Zevlen in the Muramasa server reacting to a bunch of Islamists saying what is inshallah.
Inshallah. Saber and Tulsaka are different. Hujine and Tulsaka are different.
Why
And Sakura
inshallah?
and Tulsaka are different. First of all, I can handle being with Saber
minute,
because
wait a
she's someone to fight alongside with.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Zevlen. Explain the story of the inshallah. Why the inshallah?
I don't know, there's just a random ass meme from within the text of Muramasa where one of the characters asks a Buddhist monk if he's just sitting around to collect some alms, and the answer the Buddhist monk gives is Inshallah. And then people
Inshallah.
lost their shit for no reason. All the
Wait,
Muslims
did
in
you say
chat.
Buddhist monk?
All the
Wait,
Muslims in
wait,
chat
what?
lost their shit when
Wait,
they watched
but-
the video.
Inshallah is Muslim, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
why
joke.
And why is a Buddhist monk saying that?
That's the joke.
Yeah,
I don't know.
why
He's just a
the-
weird guy.
Then why the
Bruh.
heck does the Muslims in chat start going ape
I don't
monkey
fucking know.
when
It's
she
just,
says
it's just kind of funny
inshallah?
because it's nonsensical. I don't know.
Inshallah.
It's pinned on W, I think. It's a funny ass video.
Inshallah.
あら
Wait a minute. Let's go back just a quick second.
What?
Wait a minute. No, before.
Oh.
First of all, I can handle being around. Wait, go back. Yes, I can handle being with Saber because she's someone to fight alongside with.
So there's already been,
Again.
like, since he didn't nurture that at all, they haven't talked, he doesn't
Yes.
even really know Saber. She's just, like, completely, like, left behind that idea that he should care
She is
about
a-
her deeply
she
as a
is-
person rather than just as a tool.
Yes, she's only a soldier at the moment, not a girl. She is not Arturia, she is Saber.
Yeah. Really
And
breaks your
that's
heart.
really sad.
Really breaks your heart.
夕飯をごちそうになった後今後の方針を決めるんじゃないの
Is it though?
Our future plans.
Black and white panel, huh?
Oh, I feel really dizzy.
Shit's about to go down.
もう決定してる時効なのか
Yes, we're going to get married next week.
違うの嫌なら別にいいけどじゃあ
Lucky
エ
you,
リア君
Shirou.
はキャスターに関してはしばらく放置ってことでいいんだ
No, she really is a monster. I swallow my words.
シロリンの言い分は正しいのではないです
I love
か
how Saber just helps.
別に彼女が
I
滞
think
在しても
Saber is a bigger
問題はないわけ
Tulsaka
ですし
simp than we are. Like, she simps hard
Wait,
for
buddy.
Tulsaka.
Didn't Shiro talk about how these two are pretty much the same in a lot of in a lot of stuff?
Oh yeah, like they're the
I'm
perfect, the
I'm
absolute
really
perfect
wanting
couple.
I'm really wanting to see the reaction of Taiga tomorrow.
Oh yeah. To make things
by
worse,
seeing Rin.
Saber is on Tulsaka's side.
分かったけど飯が口に合わなくても知らないからなそれと藤村先生も来るだろうからその時はお前が解き伏せてくれよ
分かってる分かって
That
る
will be fun.
エミヤ君の料理の腕はお昼で確認済みだし藤村先生のことも知ってるわ両方とも承知の上だから気にしないで
後悔しても知らないからな
I look away from her and head to the kitchen. Then, I wash my hands, go put on my apron, and notice that it's not there. No. First of all, I don't even remember taking it off after preparing lunch in front of Tulsaka. I look around. Tulsaka looks at me, laughs, and
それと言い忘れてたけど男の子としてエプロンをつけたまま動き回るのはどうかと思うわよエミヤ
haha,
君
very funny, Tulsaka. Speaks with an expression
Then
of
you
delight.
learn, then.
cut the codfish. I've cut up the cabbage and the white radish is grated.
よし。次は出し取った鍋に具を入れて。
The pot is boiling. They've translated dashi wrong. Dashi is stock. It isn't soup. But the pot is boiling. It's a simple dish, so the soup is like the only thing I can work on. That went well, so all that's left is to prepare the plates. Not a good idea, I don't think.
寒い寒い。雪降ってきたよ。
Boy, yo, let's go.
There's commotion as Fujine comes home.
おかえり。雪降ってきたんだ、外。
うん。小ぶりだけど結構積もりそうよ。は、今夜は鍋物だ。さすが白、冴えてるじゃない。気分もいいし。
That will be something good to see if I get drunk.
Let's go. Fujine goes into the living room saying scary things.
お邪魔しています、藤村先生。
Oh god.
Oh boy.
登坂さんだ。どうしたの？白んちで会うなんて珍しいね。
It's rare. It's a rare sight, not an impossible one.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? Fujine naturally accepts Tosaka's greeting. She hums, goes past the living room, and comes into the kitchen. What?
へえ、いいタラじゃない。雪見のタラは極上だって言うし、ますますお酒が。
Is this like one of those long wind-up things? Is she just like not
did somebody
realize what's
leave?
going on? Yeah, the bot. We forgot to keep it. Fujine opens the refrigerator. Then, after taking out a snack and eating it. Oh my god! The full spectrum.
Let's go.
The full spectrum of emotions.
Let's just have a quick. Let's just notice it very quickly that she did not go on Tosaka. She went on Shirou to say that.
Yep.
She doesn't blame the invader. She blames the host.
こんな時間に何やってるのあなた。
She's eating your food, bruh. After swallowing her snack, Fujine marches into the living room.
何って、エミヤ君の家で夕飯をご馳走されているので
Is
す
he
が
now?
そういう藤村先生こ
No,
そ
let's
チ
go.
ャイムも押さずに上がり込んでくるなんて非常識ではないんですか？
The Tosaka army calmly counteracts Fujine.
うわ、私はこの家の監督役なんです。白。エミヤ君のお父さんから任されているんですから、ここでは家族も同然なの。
そうなんですか。じゃあ改めて挨拶をしますね。
Oh my god, this is so
Formally
awkward.
greet you.
お邪魔しています藤村先生。今日は一日ここで過ごしていました。
I spent the
夕
whole
食後も
day
エミヤ君と
here.
は試験勉強しますけど、どうぞお
34
構いな
year
く。
exam.
Tosaka should be like qualified as like a dangerous weapon. Like dangerous to mankind.
Of mass.
A
Of
weapon of
mass
mass
destruction. No. She should probably be applauded.
エミヤ君。
Applauded. I
こ
know.
れはどう
She
いう
probably
Like a
should be
biological
congratulated by
登坂さん
being
と勉強
such,
会を開くなんていつの間に
yeah,
そんなこ
such
と
a
になってたの
natural
よ。
liar. Jesus Christ.
And she's very good at it.
呼びにくいのでしたら。
Damn, is she jealous or something?
Yes.
Jesus.
別に先生がエミヤ君
And
をどう
she's
呼ぼう
using
と
the
私には
polite
関係ありませんか
argument.
ら。呼び捨てにしようがちゃんをつけようが個人のプライバシーは尊重し
Oh
ます
my
し。
god.
Boy, oh.
もしかしてさくらちゃん聞いて
She
る？
folds like so easily. Oh my
そ
god.
Oh
う、
yeah.
残念ですがマトさんが何を話していたのかも個人のプライバシーですからその
Her
質問には答えられ
privacy.
ません
Oh my
け
god.
ど先生の想像通りだといいですね。
No. Well, let's have a look. No, go back, please. Go back. I cannot say what Mato. Oh no, sorry. I was thinking. She said I cannot say what Mato. Which Mato was talking, but okay.
I see. Fujine falters in front of Tosaka's smile. I understand how she feels. You feel pressured and cornered when she makes that face.
勝負あったな。ありゃ放っておいても大丈夫
The
だ。
most dangerous person in Japan. Or maybe in the whole world. Actually, it wasn't even a match to begin with. It's only a matter of time before Tosaka talks Fujine down. I'll let Tosaka take care of it and go cook dinner.
the only object that could stop this unstoppable force that is Taiga.
Taiga is so annoying. Such a useless character.
Shut the fuck up, son of a bitch.
Okay, why
Don't you
is
dare,
that
don't you
even-
dare.
What?
Why is she
dare
even in
say
the
that.
story?
Don't you dare
She's
say
in-
that
why-
four-digit
why
man.
that-
Are you talking about
What?
Taiga or are you talking
Wait.
about Tosca?
No, he's making a joke.
No,
There's this
Taiga.
guy from a very esteemed translating group who's translating a very esteemed visual novel from Type Moon, and he made the esteemed comment that Taiga is a useless character that doesn't have any personality or
moment,
utility in the story.
For one moment I was thinking he was quoting Giguk.
Oh no. If Gigak said that, I would actually lose my shit at this precise moment. The snow stops
Oh,
before the
now-
pot is empty. No,
Now
that would
Gigak's
not.
gonna see this video, and our channel is done.
Let's send it to
Gigak,
Garn so that he'll
please.
say that in some trash taste episode.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's tag him in the comment.
That would be bad. That
It'll-
would be bad.
Imagine if Trash Taste discovered 32 Chan. That would be dangerous.
Oh yeah, a channel with more or less 30 videos per new video. Yeah,
Yep.
we are going to discover this.
The snow stops before the pot is empty. It only snowed for about 2 hours, so I bet there's only a bit of snow out there.
シロ
We will use the
さっき流しに集めと
controversy
いた
to
よ
grow.
Yes, we'll use the controversy to
No,
grow.
no,
Let's tag Digit on the comments. It's like, yeah, you son of a bitch. We're bringing this back.
by the way,
サンキュー
my mind,
じゃさっさと済ませ
Jesus
るか
Christ, my mind just went in. Did Tosaka really just throw the random comment that she is studying with Shirou?
For an
And
exam.
Fujine believed it. Yeah, and she believed in Taiga took in that sink and everything.
Yep.
Sink and
It,
hole.
it would be funnier if Tosaka said that she was helping Shiro with English because his teacher is not very good.
Oh, that would be dangerous to her life, though. She might get killed.
Why the teacher? Oh yeah, but Taiga's
Taiga's an
technically
English
can speak
teacher.
English.
Yes.
What the heck?
Yes.
Is
get
that
up.
is that possible?
No. I got up
It
and went
is
to the kitchen.
Possible. Can you imagine Taiga speaking English with an
Right.
Englishman
It's
in Japan?
English in the anime.
English.
English.
Sorry how it is.
I
Now
got,
imagine
What is this British?
Imagine Taiga speaking English with, I don't know, Kotomine Kiri or something like that.
maybe
No,
she learned
Ilya.
with Kiritsugu with
She's-
all his world travels where he had many friends.
Many.
Rejoice, Taiga. And she goes,
Rejoice,
"Ear,
Taiga."
ear,
I, I get up and head to the
rejoice."
kitchen.
No,
笑い物
it needs to be in the
No,
most
私がやろうか。
American accent you can
ご馳走
hold.
されっぱなしじゃバランスが取れないし
Taiga. Rejoice, Kotomine-san.
Tosaka gets up as Fujina sits down. The proposal is delightful, but I can't let a guest do the
へい
dishes.
貸しにしとく食ったばかりなんだからおとなしくしてろよ
はいはーい分かってまーす
Fujina is obedient. Fujina is obedient. Maybe because she's full now. It'd be easy for me to, if she were always like this, but that'd be kind of boring as well.
And impossible.
There you go. I dropped another.
Another.
It's been 20
another
minutes
one.
since I started doing the dishes. This is the second plate I've dropped on the floor. I can't excuse
Jesus
myself.
Is
Christ.
he
Saying,
still drunk?
well, he is still fucked, so I can't excuse myself by saying that it's because my left hand is numb. I must be lacking concentration if I'm dropping dishes because of such a small problem. Maybe it
Hey,
isn't
can we
that
make a quick
small, huh?
pause?
If you can't feel
Hey,
your
can we make a
entire
quick
left side
pause?
of your body, it's probably not a small problem.
Can we make a quick pause?
Sure. One sec.
Wait, is it back?
Yes.
Anyway, inshallah.
I calmly think for a second that I should put it off until my left arm heals, but I shake off the idea. I roll up my sleeves and continue with the dishes. I can only accept it if it's some outside factor, but I can't accept an internal factor causing it. There's no way I can't win against myself, so I can't admit defeat. As a result, I recklessly increase the damage. This is the third plate I've dropped. put a towel below me after I dropped the first one, so I fortunately did not break. So it shouldn't be a problem, but... It's really awkward having Tosaka's eyes on me every time I drop a plate.
藤村先生、レミヤ君っていつもああなんですか？
I can hear Tosaka from the living room.
バカ言わないで。シロはお皿を割ったことなんて今まで一度もなかったんだから。きっと登坂さんを意識して緊張してるのよ。
She's not wrong.
もちろん外敵として。
Oh my god. Vision ads.
You're his enemy.
Tosaka
I
ignores her
see.
and stares at me.
She's not wrong, but damn, what a way to put it.
And this is hard. Well, it is good that she's concerned about us. Half my body is numb, so if she watches me and distracts me, well... I collect my tongue and look down at the broken plate. This is the fourth one now. I knew I was going to drop it, but I couldn't move my left hand quickly enough. I slowly look behind me. She's watching me. Tosaka's observing me real closely. Then, she suddenly gets up and comes over here.
エミヤ君、私がやるから休んでいて。
いや、それは。
割れた皿は踏まないでね。どこにしまえばいいのかは見当がつくから、あなたはお茶でも飲んでなさい。
Go drink some tea.
Tosaka rolls up her sleeves and stands by the sink. Guess it can't be helped. It's hard to stop Tosaka when she makes up her mind, and to be honest, it's vexing, but she looks so beautiful when she's washing the dishes that I'm fascinated by her figure.
The what?
By her figure. You know, the way she looks. Fujina is the only
Damn,
one
we're
in the
having a
living
little
room.
problem in. We are having a little problem in here, buddy.
Fujina is the only one in the living room when I got out of the bath. Tosaka's shoes are still at the entrance, and I bet Saber's at the dojo. It's almost 9 o'clock now. I have a choice. What do we do, lads?
Tosaka. Talk to
What for
Tosaka.
Oh damn
Let's
it.
go, Tosaka.
Wait, actually, let's
Damn.
save the best for last.
Mandarin.
Go. Let's go, Saber.
Wait a minute. Mapo Tofu.
Oh yeah.
We need a breaker.
Saber or
Let's go with Saber. Let's save Tosaka.
I
the best
have
for
no
last.
idea.
No, let's go, Tosaka.
We only got
I'm
generally one of the
interested.
choices is what we do. So.
I'm
No, I'm
interested
really-
in the last choice. What the heck, man?
Wait. Are we gonna go back and are we gonna have this
Mandarin.
No,
again?
we're gonna
just-
do just one of them. We might come
Oh
back.
shit! Then Tosaka.
We'll do one playthrough
We-
per ending. So we might come back for the second ending, but
Wait
Then
a
let's go
minute.
with
We
Tosaka.
maybe. Wait, we can maybe.
Let's go, Tosaka.
so 2 for Tosaka?
No.
Yes.
Mapo Tofu. Are you going for Mandarin?
I don't know. It caught my attention. I'm intrigued.
Mandarin.
Got my attention.
I'm intrigued. I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, buddy. I'll follow your lead. Go ahead.
Just choose Tosaka.
Follow my lead.
Just choose Tosaka. Holy shit.
You're saying you follow my lead.
Yes, that is what he do be saying.
Okay. So I'm in a dilemma. Like,
Oh my
are we going to be useful
God.
or funny?
Okay, we're pressuring you to choose Tosaka.
Okay, okay.
Pressure.
Okay, I know what to do.
You're
Zevlen,
You're-
do you have a coin?
Fuck you!
Oh,
We're not
yeah.
doing this again! We are not doing this again! Fuck off! This is not gonna fucking happen! Choose a choice now!
Trust in God.
Make a choice
Buddy,
now!
we need to start. No. We need to start the insanities.
Mandarin.
Pick a side, but don't straddle the fence.
Wait a
Don't you
minute,
dare
wait a minute,
fucking
wait a
do
minute.
the coin thing.
Wait a minute. Let Mapo Tofu, let's make unlimited and Ushiwakamaru choose a number.
Oh no, fuck off!
Why?
What are we doing?
Okay.
Choose already!
Let's go.
But in me and Walter, we already
No,
No, shut up, Mapo Tofu. What is it that you choose?
No. No, he's
Choose already, you fuck! No, this is not gonna happen. Shut up.
He was questioning. He's in doubt. He's
Oh my
not sure of
God.
what he will
Oh
get.
my god.
Mapo Tofu. I
don't know
chose
why Boomer
Every slice of life choice is so stupid. We get for so long. It's what the fuck?
I don't understand that.
Wait, so
Mapo
we have
Tofu.
Osaka, right?
I want to do it. I don't know what
I
the fuck is taking so long.
I know what to do. Mapo Tofu, you are in doubt of what question getting right?
No, I've made my.
Okay,
I've made up
say
my
it.
mind.
Say it.
Oh, come on!
Say it.
Let's go. Let's go talk to Sakura.
Oh my fucking god.
I want this too. I want this one too.
Let's go talk to Sakura.
I'm just. I'll go talk.
Let's go.
Okay, so we have two for
Two votes
Tosaka,
for
one for
Sakura.
Saber, and
Nope, 2 votes for Sakura.
and what's
Wait a
yours?
minute, where's Sakura?
What's yours, Ollie? He said Saber.
Oh, he said Saber.
Yeah, he said Saber.
Mm.
You
Wait,
don't
who's for
follow my
Osaka?
lead.
Is it just you and me, Matthias?
I don't know.
No, it's
what I will
unlimited, and
pick.
you are for Sakura.
Zevlen, you
for
got
Tosaka.
a coin. You got a coin. You got a coin there.
I do not have
Yeah,
a coin.
goes.
Make a choice. This is not a draw
Yeah.
until you say.
I don't know what
Wait, I have a
I
coin.
do
I have a
have
coin.
a fucking
I have a coin.
Let's go. Let's go.
No, let's not do this
Boomer.
coin. What
You
the fuck?
can't make-
Do you want to? Okay, Ollie, do you want this to be a draw? Because I choose if it gets drawn.
Yeah. What would wait before? No. If we have a draw, what would you choose, Zevlen?
I will not
No, we
say.
can't have a
Do you
draw. We
want
have
to go
What
with
the fuck?
Tosaka or
Boomer.
Saber? We
What
have
the
to get
fuck,
past
bro?
this. We spent like 5 minutes doing this.
Boomer. Get real.
Just go with
Get real.
Osaka.
We have a whole other day to
Get
read.
real, Boomer.
Get real, buddy. I'm having fun right now.
Okay, I'm gonna tie break this. Like,
Man, what is the
immediately.
problem?
If you don't make a
It's
choice, you got
just
one choice to
a-
make.
Okay,
Tosaka
let's
or
go
Saber?
with Tosaka.
Tosaka, okay. Fucking finally, Jesus
Why'd you
Christ.
do that?
The problem
I
is
wanted to
Tosaka.
have fun, but
It's getting
this
late, so I
man,
have to get her to
this,
go home.
藤ね遠坂知らない
These
か
beta males do not know what it
ど
is
う
to
さ
have
んなら
fun.
庭に出てい
They
ったみた
only
い
know
な
about having
そういえば
order
Shut up. こに何かあるんですか
Man, we can.
and structure. They don't want to have coins. They don't want to have
I certainly do not want
debates.
to have
They don't want.
coins.
Mute.
Absolutely
They don't
not.
want to have. They don't
After
want
the
to cry
crazy,
about
stupid
spending-
waifu ridiculousness from the last episode, like a couple episodes
But it
back.
was the best.
20 minutes,
I think
20 minutes of waifu
Last
stupidity.
time.
Fuck that. Does she mean
Next
the
Wait,
shit?
how
time
long?
we will eat.
How long until we reach the closest H scene?
Very long. Very long. Like another like 5
Very
minutes.
long. Oh,
Why
man.
Ushiwakamaru with the right thing, with the right question, with the right questions
Why
on
would
his
she have any
mind.
business there?
Next time we'll use crypto coins.
I just
Yes, crypto coin.
I just don't understand. Why the fuck you take so long to make such a simple?
I know, right?
Such a simple.
The winter
Choice, yeah.
air cools down my warm body. I can't see the stars because of the clouds, and there is snow all over the grass.
この寒い中外で何やってんだ遠坂は
I go through the yard shivering. I consider
Oh, I
buying a
thought she
coat.
was doing the dishes. The fuck?
No, she was doing the dishes. We went to take a bath, came out, went to talk to her, and then Taiga said that she was at the shed, so we're going to the shed. That's what happened. You see, all this confusing bullshit got people confused with all the
Yeah.
bullshit. I consider buying a coat
Don't
while I make my
die.
way over to the shed.
You're just being boring.
エミヤ君
エミヤくんじゃないこんなところで何やってんだよ遠坂もう時間も時間だしのんびりしてる暇はないんじゃないのか
ああそうね確かに寒いわよねここ
Oh, she's doing the play. Is she doing the play, guys?
Oh, she went to the workshop that Shirou has.
She's suspicious.
She went there to she went there to study how the heck did Shirou do all that stuff with the knives.
Yeah,
acts
she
so
went to
that I'm starting to get curious.
遠坂
Interesting.
土蔵の扉開いてるな
No, she was just outside. right? Oh,
私じゃないわよ。初めから空いてたんだから、それ。
That's not me.
おかしいな。
That's not me.
外
It
から
was
鍵か
Archer.
けてたはずなんだけど。
それこそ冤罪よ。そもそもそのオンボロ、内側にしか鍵ないじゃない。
Which you would only know if she was in there.
そうそう。土蔵はいつも開けっぱなしで、中からじゃないと鍵はかけられない。で、
Foiled by Emiya.
Busted.
I'm beginning to understand that Tosaka is really weak against surprise attacks coming from unexpected places.
まあいいけどな。土蔵の中何もなかっただろ。
Surprise attacks
そこが俺の
coming
修
from
練場だけど。
unexpected places.
やることと言ったら強化の練習
We're
だ
not
け
gonna
だし
talk about that. Shut the fuck up. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Strengthening
We're
magic.
not talking about that.
All I do is cast is train my strengthening strategy, casting hardening level 8 on my.
Oh my god. I urged Tosaka to go back to the house. Then.
そう。やっぱり自覚はないのね、あなた。
Tosaka glares at me as if challenging me.
遠坂。
I ready myself with
Self-conscious
the sudden
about
change of
what?
atmosphere. Tosaka narrows her eyes after seeing my reaction.
そんなことだろうと思った。作り出している本人がそんなんじゃ失敗するのも当然よね。
ちょっと待て。それ投影魔術の話なのか。
そうよ。土蔵に転がってた中身のない複製品の話。あれがどれくらい馬鹿げたことか、エミヤ君にはわからないでしょうね。手順や略式もなし、強化の延長で投影をしようなんていうあなたはすべて
悪かったな。
Yo, that's interesting.
Wait, so was that a compliment or was that an insult?
成功しようとなん
That's
て
an
思ってないんだ。
insult, but
That was a Tosaka. That was a
確認に過ぎ
Tosaka.
ない。
We don't really. I think it's both. It could also be neither. She's just kind of like that.
I think it's an insult.
She says these things. I think it's supposed to be a compliment, but she says it in like such
Maybe-
an analytical way that it sounds like an insult.
I mean,
Maybe-
yeah,
may-
it's because she's a tsundere, so I get it.
Maybe it's the translation.
It might be. I think what she's saying is like you don't realize how crazy it is that you can do this thing that you're doing while not actually even attempting to do it properly. Like he gets these replicas that are hollow, sure, but they're very close to, on the outside at least, to the original, without even doing the basics of the actual proper magic of projection. I think what she's trying to get at is that he has like a natural talent for it or something, which we already know.
Ah, so he's amazing.
Yeah, I think that's what she's trying to get at.
I guess. No, I think.
Why does she
think
make it
she's
sound like
trying-
he's doing something
I
bad?
think she's
Because
commenting
Tosaka.
on the.
Tosaka's not the most like socially savvy person. She's kind of weird. She doesn't communicate very well.
それがデタラメだって言ってるの。基礎の確認で投影をするですって。いい？私以外の魔術師
You
に
see,
そんな
this
こ
is
と言っ
what
てみ
she
なさい。
means. This is like
あなた、
if someone
ガラス
finds
蓋付きの
out that
標本
he's
箱
able
ピ
to
ンで
do
飾
this,
られるわよ。
they'll put a ceiling designation on him, which is like, well, this guy can do such a crazy ass, ridiculous magic trick that's so beyond the level of normal magecraft. We have to like put him in a tube so that we can study him for the rest of eternity, and he doesn't like endanger the rest of mankind. It's like not,
Oh yeah, he's doing something that is so bizarre for everyone, but for him is. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I got it.
Tosaka sounds serious, and there's no humor in her voice at
す
all.
まん、遠坂。お前の言いたいことはよくわからないんだが。要するにもっと修行しろって言いたいのか。
Practice more.
そんなの当たり前じゃない。エミヤ君には修行あるのみよ。けど、そうね。今すぐに戦力アップを図るなら、少し手順を変えてあげるだけで、あっさり使い物になるかもしれない。
Where did that anger go? Tosaka starts to ponder seriously.
手順を変えるって
Hey Zevlen,
評価な
how
のか
long did this take? How long did it took for we to do this in Stay Night?
Pretty long, like
What?
3 to 5 days, for us to do this.
Wait,
this
to do what?
And this is day what? Day 8?
Day 9.
But this is we are going on a road trip today.
もう
Road trip? No,
何聞いてたのよ
we're going
ど
through
う
some
か強化じゃなく
stuff.
て東映の方に決まってるでしょ。半人前のする強化なんて当てにならないけど東映だけは別よ。一時的にせよアーチャーの剣を投影したんだから再現できれば即戦力じゃない。
父さんか。そりゃいちいちもっともなんだが、昨日のは
Oh yeah,
偶
but
然だ。
that's the thing,
も
Shirou.
う一度やれって言われても多分でき
The
ない。
fact that you can do it without even he didn't even know it was like a different kind of magic. He just thought it was like, oh yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
just do that. And she's like seriously
When-
pissed because like if we can do this like properly, like you're gonna fuck
Yeah.
ass.
That's
Not
a
gonna fuck.
level of magic. Probably not a single, not a, any. No, there's probably a style of magic that only he, out of every single magi in Japan, probably can do. And they're telling
So
me that we have
それが半人前だっていう
not
の。
done this since
で
the
きた以
beginning.
上
Come
は
on.
偶然だろうが必然だろうがものにしなさい。だいたいあんたのは偶然なんかじゃない。私みたいに外界に働きかける魔術師は再現できない魔術なんて山ほどある。けど
内界から出
Oh,
して
she's gonna show us the diagram. Isn't that natural? Magical energy is made from the magic circuit within you, so it's all coming from within you.
はあ、独学でやってきたからしょうがないんだろうけどかなり重症よね。投影はともかく他のことは一から教えてあげないとダメか。
Oh boy, oh here we go again.
Tosaka sighs. I know I'm an amateur, but it pisses me off if Tosaka says so.
余計なお世話だ。
Shut the fuck
今ま
up,
で一人でや
Emiya.
ってきたんだから。
To
俺から
have
も
a life
fine,
that you
just
can't
by
lose.
やはり
myself.
話し合いはどうする
Nearly
んだよ。
dying every
も
single
うこんな時
night.
間なんだ
Let's go.
いつまでも道草してらんないぞ。
Oh yeah,
This isn't a
I'm
waste of
fine.
time,
I'm
you
literally
dumb
numb.
moron.
I'm literally numb on half of my body. I can't walk and remember things in a neat
Wait, is it just being
manner.
lazy?
No, he's just being like
No.
he's just upset. He just doesn't
Stupid.
want to admit that he's like not good.
Stupid.
He doesn't want to
I mean-
lose to Tosaka because Shiro's just a difficult person.
Because it's
I don't fucking know.
yeah, because it's Tosaka.
Yes.
But again, he just continues to go on this stupid manner of doing magic in which he literally becomes numb for I don't know how long after he does this.
Oh no, yeah, he
one spell.
endangers his life. Like he trades his actual nerves for circuits, which that might be why he's numb on his left side, because he lost all of the nerves on the left side of his body. That might be a possibility. So. Or at least all the sensory ones. And a lot of the motor ones too.
9時になったところ、女の子が夜出歩く時間じゃない。
Let's
Nanda?
go.
まだ全然早いじゃない。
Based Shirou back at it
まあ
again.
エミヤ君がそう言うなら手っ取り早く片付けましょうか。
Based Shirou back at it again.
Tosaka nods
I
and
was
heads back to the
missing this.
house.
まだ早いってどうしてさ。
For a girl, going outside at 9 o'clock is like midnight. But she said it's early. Is Tosaka not self-conscious that she's a girl?
いや、怖いこと。
Boy.
I shake my head
Face
and
the
raise the
boy.
ominous thought.
ちょっと
Tosaka calls to me. I run to the porch. We get away from Fujine, who's in the living room, and continue the meeting out on the porch. I expected it not to finish so easily because we've talked so much since noon, but
竜道寺に挑むのは現段階では無理よ。こっちで罠を仕掛けてキャスターをおびき出すしかないでしょ。
Tosaka concludes.
いや、それはその通りなんだが。
問題は罠をどうするかだけど、まあ23心当たりがあるからエミヤ君は待機していて。最悪あなたとセイバーには餌になってもらうから。
After saying something
Let's
dangerous,
go.
Tosaka opens the sliding door. The cold air comes in, Maybe this porch is special, as it's only a bit chilly. It's just like that night 5 years ago. This porch is warm enough to be able to sit down and watch the moon even during winter time.
いい結界ね。私の家とは違って人間の情を感じる。
Just for you, Ushiwakamaru, maybe you don't know, this is the place where Kiritsugu died, right next to Shirou, 5 years ago. So that's why he's giving it special.
Kiritsugu, the adoptive dad of Shirou, that was also a
master in the last
master during the last war. That
we don't need any extra context. But Shirou's dad died here while they were sitting down and looking at the stars. So Tosaka murmurs while sitting at the porch, staring into the yard.
ちょっと付き合わない？何でも
Oh
ない
yeah, by
話
the
がある
way,
んだけど。
that's something interesting. The one at her place that probably her dad set up did not have the emotion that Kiritsugu had. That's interesting. Tosaka's dad apparently is not as close like Shirou's.
Yeah. I sat next to her silently.
Just a little notch.
She said she wants to talk, but she doesn't say anything. I can't do anything else, so I stare at the yard absent-mindedly. I can't see the moon. My breath is white, probably because it snowed earlier. When I look to my side, Tosaka is staring at the yard with white breath as well.
Maybe
touch her
she's
shoulder if I
thinking
move a
about
bit.
that.
Are they gonna kiss?
I'm not disturbed by that
No,
fact.
no,
It's-
You
Is
know what could be interesting? Maybe she's thinking about the fact that, yeah, maybe her dad was not actually someone that nice. Because again, even his boundary fields didn't have the emotion that Kiritsugu's ones had.
Is it because
I'm
getting
just
used?
thinking out loud.
Is it because I'm getting used to it, or because of the winter night? Tosaka's so close to me, but I feel so calm.
で、話ってなんだよ、遠坂。
I ask her, feeling that she's waiting for that question.
ちょっとね。このうちって特殊だから。人の振り見て我が振り直せじゃないけど、エミヤくんはそのままでもいいのかなってふと思った。
そのままでいいって、半人前でいいってことかよ。
そうじゃないんだけど、そうなのかもね。エミヤキリツグって人がどんな魔術師だったか知らないけど、この屋敷はすごく自然なのよ。四方の門は開け放たれていて、入るのも帰るのもご自由にって感じ。きっと守るべきものがないから何者にも縛られないのよ。
It is very different from her upbringing, right? Where she was kind of locked away from the world. With all this.
Yeah,
obsession with knowledge.
Kiritsugu's house has emotion, has heart. There is a redeemed Magi, but Rin's dad died in the last war.
Yeah,
He
she was
died
just
during
alone
that.
studying forever without any human contact.
Yes.
Outside of school.
Meanwhile, let's
in
just
school.
reflect that Rin's dad died for this stupid war.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kiritsugu survived, saw the stupidity that it was,
I
and
was able to grow
became
from
a dad, gained emotions.
あなたのお父さんが魔術師じゃなくて、
Just
魔術
thinking
使い
out
にな
loud
れていた
again.
のはそういうことなんだと思う。何にもない代わりにどこへだって行けるんだから。
a blank slate.
なんだ、遠坂はそうじゃないのか。
ええ、私の家は違う。近所じゃ幽霊屋敷って言われてるけど、事実その通りなのよね。来る者は拒む。
It was not
So
made to be a house, it was made to be a fortress.
時々ね、
A
なん
war,
か違うなって思うんだ
a
けど、
war
これが
bunker,
変えられないのよ。
or something along those lines.
呪われてるとかそういうんじゃなくて、私自身そういうあり方が気に入っちゃってるわけ。こう
Chosen
いう
as the
性格をして
successor.
るから後継者に選ばれたんでしょうけど、
Because of my
気がついた時には
personality,
割
so
とショックだ
there
っ
was
た。
other options?
Maybe.
Wait, that's something my mind has thought of. She was chosen. Chosen amongst who? There were other options? There are other Tostakas?
Who knows? They certainly aren't
I mean,
around
she did
anymore.
have a sister.
The what?
She did have a long lost sister.
Well, that's a spoiler,
Zevlen.
but
Zevlen.
Oh shit! Did I just spoil?
Explain that. Explain that.
I won't.
Oh shit! Never mind.
It's gonna come
Never
back.
mind.
Explain that.
It's gonna come back.
If
それ
you
はつま
say
り
heavens feel, I'm
自
going
分
to
がい
hit
じめ
you.
っ子だと気がついた時
I'm
か
not gonna say anything. You're gonna have that kind of be in your head a bit. Is that when you realize you're a bully?
思うんだけど、エミヤ君って歯に衣着せないたちよね。
そうか
Neither
遠
you
坂を
or
見習っ
want
て
to
回り
use
くどくいったつもりなんだ
anyway.
が
まったく、そういうところが直球だって言ってるの。
She sighs and hangs her head. Her sigh is white and
Oh,
slowly
and by the
melts
way,
into the cold
and by the
night.
way, my mind I just thought of something. She was chosen because of her personality. What trait of her personality? What in her personality would make her a good soldier?
I suppose
for
her
this war?
diligence, right? And overall, she's very, very applied to get anything that she puts her mind on to get done. And she's lived most of her life friendless. She was able to accomplish her kind of mission to remain isolated from the world outside of Mitsuzuri and now obviously Emiya. So she was kind of the perfect heir. It was just not going to be a good life in human
Yeah,
standards.
a perfect killing machine or
A perfect
of sorts.
magus, not a perfect person, right?
Yes, and now and to a certain degree, maybe she's realizing that on the sheer extent of Kiritsugu's magic.
That's what she said,
A
right?
magic.
I sometimes think that's wrong, but it's not something that I can change, right? She has. It's
She
something that we
feels
talked about
bound.
when they had the rooftop date, where she was like
Yeah,
reminiscing
yeah.
about the necessity of her to accomplish the expectations of her dad and inherit kind of her nobility, the nobility of her family,
Yeah.
and go ahead with that. And that's a terrible weight on top of her. And even if
Yes.
she wanted to be better, can she really do that? You know?
No, to a certain degree, what she's giving up for this mission, for this obligation, for this thing she was born with. Giving up a normal life.
Yeah.
Giving up a life that is not being a soldier for this damn war. Having
Right.
Kotomi Kire of all people being your master and inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, it feels interesting because she's kind of realizing this when seeing what the contrast between the magic of a regular magi and the magic of Kiritsugu, a magi with a heart.
I think it's amazing just in terms of character growth to see Tosaka, who really prides herself on her magic and on magical ability and proficiency and whatever, to just be able to look at Shirou, who's like actually terrible at magic, right? He sucks at
Oh
it.
yeah,
But she's able
straight
to
up
look at
stupid.
him. She's able to look at him and be like, you know what? That's good. I kind of wish
I find
I
it
was like
more. I find it more subtle if everything that we can make this kind of commentary just after seeing this last part, just by knowing what's going on in her head, and knowing what's going on in Kiritsugu's head.
yeah. I love this
Just
book.
by knowing their experiences, you can realize the subtlety of this sequence.
It's great.
Damn, that's good writing right now.
Seeing her face makes me remember the Red School. Tosaka didn't say anything when she saw the unconscious students. In spite of her shaking knees, she bit her lip and acted firm as usual. I realized at the time that she might be killing her true self by acting like a perfect magus.
遠坂はきつかったのか
I get uneasy, so I
魔
ask,
術の修行がおあいにくさま、苦しいなんて思ったことはなかったわ。大抵のことはすんなりこなせたし、 できなくて挫折したことなんてなかったしね。それに
Most
新しいことを
things.
覚えるのは
So
楽しかっ
what
た。
was
さっきも
so
言ったで
what
し
was
ょ、
the problem?
私生まれつきそういう性格なんだって。
Were you though?
だからエミヤ君の心配は杞憂ってやつ
Maybe
よ。
the selection. Maybe the selection made her self-conscious. If she was chosen to be the daughter for her personality, she feels obligated. That's the crux of her obligation complex, right? To get to
She
follow
feels
on
like
in this
she
way.
feels like she thinks that she's probably the best possible one that could be in this position.
No, she thinks that she needs to be, so that the selection wasn't wrong, right?
Yeah, she's required to be the best possible Megas because she was maybe the best possible option for being in this position.
If she wasn't, then you know, the other option got slighted,
No, if she don't know.
and she's guilty
No, if
for
she
that,
doesn't
right?
become. No, if she doesn't become a good Megas, maybe she thinks that in retrospective, that there was maybe not any possible good option. I don't know.
No, I think the crux of it is that she thinks that she needs to become that, because if she really wasn't the best option,
Yeah.
the person that got cast away got slighted unfairly, and it's her fault.
No. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe.
And that
Or
would
maybe
be similar
or maybe
kind of
they
to
got
what Shiro's
casted
going
away.
through, because he
No,
also
or
thinks
not
that he
even
doesn't
that they.
deserve it.
No, or not even that they were casted away undeservedly, but they were casted away for nothing.
Yes, that might be a better way to put it.
It's not even that they were that there was maybe a better option, but even that the best option was still bad.
Yeah, and
That
you know,
because she was, but maybe she's thinking that because she was the best option for being a magi, she needs to be one of the best magi.
yeah, she needs to.
She needs to prove
It's a
her
multi-
father right
Yeah,
post
that's what I was
mortem.
gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. She owes it to her dad, not only to succeed him in the best way possible, not only to keep her family as one of the greatest in her kind
Yeah,
of area,
keep the
but
legacy.
also to prove that he made the right choice. Because she really loves her dad, like even though she didn't spend that much time with him. As we saw from the prologue and from the build up to here, she really does just want to make his memory, you know, be worth something good.
Yeah. She
Maybe
wants
she
to
isn't
keep
that
his
different from
legacy.
Shirou after all, right? Just in a kind of
Yeah, maybe.
unique way.
Yeah.
She simply says so. There's no bluff nor lie in her statement, and Tosaka is smiling.
そっか。なら学校はどうなんだ？魔術師としてやっていくんなら、学校に行っても無意味なんじゃないか。
無意味とまではいかないけど寄り道でしょうね。けど無駄じゃないわよ。学生って楽しいもの。私ね、基本的に快楽主義者なの。とマスターになったのだって自分の力を試したいからだし、エミヤ君と協力してるのだってあなたが面白いからだし。
Is that so?
You are funny. And that's a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Be
Ignoring the
funny. If you want to attract another person to you, be funny.
There you go. Ignoring the comment that I'm funny, my worries disappear. A family of magi. I thought Tosaka was carrying a dark shadow because she's bound by a heavy history and bloodline. That was just my prejudice. The Tosaka family is not a burden on her, and she's done what she's wanted up to now.
そうか。
Yeah. No, to a
Tosaka
certain
が楽しそうで。
degree, it is a burden on her, but she sees more as a duty.
Yeah.
Kind of
It's
the
a-
same way
It's a
that
burden, but on the other
kinda-
hand, she is a hard-working person, and she does want
yeah, no,
to succeed.
kind of the same way a soldier sees his duty after being drafted or something like that.
Well, yeah, and it does bring her
It's-
satisfaction, right? She can succeed and become stronger and more proficient in magic, which are all
Yeah,
things that she
it's-
really does
yeah.
value and enjoy. So.
It's a way. No, not only it's something fun for her, but at the same time she's again proving her dad right. She's she's creating a great legacy for him.
Sure. She's doing good. You know, which is different from
But at the same
Shirou,
time,
who's
she
doing really
loses
bad.
her life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, she loses her life.
Well, at least we're helping her regain a little bit of that, right? And maybe at the end of the day,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
if she continues, being this kind of person and doing this kind of thing, she'll be able to value these things a little more and make some space for them, right? So maybe we're making positive change, even if she thinks that she doesn't need it at the moment, or she doesn't want to admit that she does.
Kind of like Saber in
Yeah.
Fate Stay
も
Night.
ちろんそうい
Where
う
it
エミヤ
took
君
the
も楽
entire
しかっ
route
たん
for
で
her
し
to
ょ
admit that she needed some help.
そうでもなければ魔術の修行なんて続かないものね。
Tosaka says so as if it's natural, but I can't not back.
ちょっとどうして黙るのよ。エミヤ君のお父さんは強制しなかったんでしょ。それでも続けたってことは魔術
Oh
が楽
boy,
しか
oh,
ったからじゃない
she
の？
does not get
Oh,
it.
darling, not
She
really.
doesn't get it.
No.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun piercing a thing up your neck. But
I
it
don't
is a
think I
duty.
Ever
The other kind of duty.
considered it fun. For Shirou, magic has always been a life-threatening trial, literally. I know I don't have the
Yes.
aptitude, but I clung onto it, wanting to be like Kiritsugu. For my first year, I trained all the time, except for sleeping and eating. I honed my sensitivity, faced death every night. I just repeated it for 8 years. I didn't think it was tough, but I didn't think it was fun.
待った。ちゃんと答えて、エミヤ君。私、とんでもない勘違いをしてたかもしれないから。
I think you did. Dosa glares at me seriously. Crap. I have to answer her if she makes a face like that.
そうだな。魔術の修行を楽しいと思ったことはなかった。魔術の修行も魔術そのものも楽しいと思ったことはない。けど俺は周りが幸せならそれで嬉しかった。
That he could be the hero that he wanted to
魔
be.
術を習っておけ
You know,
ば
I think this is one
い
of
つ
the
か
big
誰かの
things
ためになれるか
that
ら。
makes me prefer the relationship with Tosaka is that she is able to help him get out of this. Because she's the the missing perspective. Like, she's able to enjoy working through her duty, and she understands that she has value herself, even though she's charged with such a heavy kind of tribulation. And even
I guess, but at the same time, I kind of find it interesting that in the relationship between Shirou and Saber, you kind of put Shirou on a mirror and make him look at himself to a certain degree, and then pick the wrongings on himself.
well, yeah, that's true, but I do think in terms of just a relationship, it's good to see that they are able to. It's not just one side helping the other, but both of them helping each other to grow in a better direction. And I think that's just awesome, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
俺はキリツグのよう
I
な
just love
正
that
義
they're
の
also
男になり
like
たかった。
talking to each other, you
そ
know,
のために
like
魔術を
actually like
Yeah.
having a real conversation.
とまあ俺の理由なんて
Yeah,
They're
そんな
not
もんだ
having the fight on the bridge.
Yeah, that's real.
じゃあ何？あんた、自分のために魔術を習ったんじゃないの？
あ、いや自分のためじゃないのかこれって。誰かのためになれれば俺だって嬉しいんだから。
あのね、それは嬉しいんであって楽しくはないの。いい？私が言ってるのはエミヤ君自身が楽しめることよ。周りはどうこうじゃなくて、自分から楽しいと思えることはないのかって聞いてるの。
There's not actually something he considers fun.
No, and I don't think there's any space for fun in his life after the thing that happened.
Yeah,
he doesn't
survivor's
really do anything
guilt.
for fun. He doesn't really even, I don't know, like the only thing that he enjoys is like the time he spends
Maybe
eating with his friends.
cooking?
Yeah.
Maybe cooking? Because maybe he gets to serve people again, but this time with a nice taste. I guess.
Like, all that he ever talks about being enjoyable and the thing that he wants to protect consistently is that time where he's eating with his friends and family and they're just like having random fun. But that's so limited, you know? So transient. Tosaka roars out. Even if she says so, I can't answer what I don't know. I can't think of anything that's fun for me, and most of all,
The fire.
I'm not qualified to have such a wish.
I'm living on bar. By the way, that's something that went
要
from
する
my
にあんた人のことばっかり
Wait
で
a minute.
自分に焦点が合ってないの
Wait a
よ
minute. I just remembered of a video that I saw on the internet once. It was talking about the Peaky Blinders protagonist. That the dude summed up the character in a neat sentence. That his entire life after a certain point was a life lived on borrowed time.
Well, yeah, that's
Maybe that's
it.
That's an interesting way to sum up Shirou too.
Yeah.
Because
That's what
maybe
he thinks he
that's
is.
how he. Yeah, he's living on borrowed time. He borrowed the time from everyone else on that place.
It frustrates me to no end, man. Like he just doesn't.
Yeah.
He just doesn't allow himself to
And
live.
and again, going back to the comparison to the. It shall be the name of the protagonist from Peaky Blinders. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because in the video, I think the channel is just an observation, something like that. A small channel too, bigger than us, but. And he goes on about the character having technically died on the trenches during World War One, but survived because attack never came. So he pretty much acted as he was still in the war, still on borrowed time.
Yeah.
And again, that reflects Shirou.
Yeah.
He still thinks that he's on the damn fire trying to save people left and right.
Oh yeah, he still thinks that he owes. That he doesn't deserve to be here. He certainly doesn't deserve to have fun because he's alive and everyone else is dead.
On that damn fire.
And that's just not fair.
He's still thinking. Yeah.
He's kind of stuck with that stupid maxim
living
on
on
his head.
borrowed time. He's living on borrowed time.
Yeah, and I think he's not going to react well to Tosaka getting upset, but she definitely should be getting upset if she's really his friend.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is like not acceptable at all. This is terrible behavior for him, certainly, and for the people around him even more so. Yeah. She suddenly stands up and points at me.
Again, Peaky Blinders is not the best series to show a healthy mindset and a sane person.
Sure.
So again, making a comparison between this and Fate is not a good sign for Shirou.
Oh yeah. Your nail is touching my nose.
うるさい、口答えするな。ああ、もう似てるって思ってたけど、まさかここまで一緒とは思わなかった。
Rejecting my protest, Tosaka closes in on me even more.
待て、落ち着けTosaka。お前なんでそんなに怒ってるんだ。
それがわからないやつだから頭に来てるの。もうどうして誰も一言言ってやらないのよ。
She shakes her fist. I'll have to stay silent for now. I'll stay quiet until Tosaka's anger goes away. So, after venting for a while,
いいわ、決めた。明日あんたに参ったって言わせてやるから。
Wait, what?
She says so as if smacking me with a glove.
そうだな。まさかいつかの続きをする気か。
No.
Oh no.
That fight, of course, is when she chased me around the school. Relax.
Wait a minute. Oh no, for one moment I thought she was talking about sending him to the church. And then I
Oh,
remembered,
certainly
what
not.
the heck is going on over there? That
That's
would
not
be
gonna
a
be fun.
stupid move.
Yeah.
That would not be good for Shirou.
I was cornered and had to surrender, but the match wasn't settled because of Ryder's interruption.
そうよ。いいから首を洗って待ってなさ
Oh
い。
boy.
とっておきにスペシャルなのを味わわせてやるんだ
Make
か
you
ら。
a good one.
Tosaka
Go,
psychs herself
Saber.
up before walking off into the living room. I don't know what's going to happen. So should I be ready for anything? Anyway, I have to take Tosaka home. It's almost 10 o'clock. I don't know what Fujine will say if I keep a girl in my place for so long. Wait, I think we might. This is gonna be like an observation. I think we might have audio problems this time because my mic balance is a little bit off. But
今なんて言ったのシロ
だから遠坂を送っていくって言ったんだよ。だってのにあいつどこうろちょろしてるんだ。
Fujine is watching me with a blank amazement. That's weird. Fujine should approve right away, but she doesn't seem to be in a hurry.
Oh no,
遠坂さんなら
buddy,
今
you
頃
don't
別棟じゃない
last
かな。
two teenagers to walk alone
お
in the
客さんだ
street.
し、泊まるならちゃんとした客間にしないとダメでしょ。
よし、別棟か。ってふざけるな、藤根。今何かおかしなこ
Oh,
と
maybe
言わなかった
Fujine
か。
sees the connection
Oh
already.
no. Oh no. Wait,
あ
what?
あおかしなこと言ってる
Wait,
のはシロでしょ。今日はもう遅いから遠坂さんを止めるんでしょ。遠坂さん、さっきそう言いに来たけど。
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh! Oh!
Oh no.
止まる
Oh
って
Wait,
の
so is the H scene coming?
No, it's not. Chill.
No,
Ah,
Ushiwakamaru, no,
Damn.
not yet.
そうよ。
This kind of
あ、け
the
おかし
edgy
なことしたら
scenes
ダメだ
need
から
to be
ね。
on a tense moment.
Oh yeah,
There
they're always
needs
in the
to be
worst,
life or
the
death.
worst timed places
There needs to
ever.
be, yeah, there
You
needs
just
to
gave me
be
a
life
false
or
sense of
death.
hope.
私も和
There
室で
needs
寝
to
てる
there
し。
needs to be
客間
life
から
or
悲鳴
death
なんて上がったら
situations
一
to be
発であ
people
の
to
世
get
行きなんだか
horny,
ら。
you know?
Nice. Fujine munches on the rice cracker. She seems normal, and it seems she thinks nothing of the emergency situation of having Tosaka stay over.
あいつ。
Oh no.
It looks like Fujine has surrendered to Tosaka.
Oh yeah, it's
ああ、
pretty
ちょう
much.
どよかった。私、右の客間を借りるから。
Then, the alien I bump into on my way to the outbuilding says so lightheartedly.
Let's go.
Her appearance makes my head spin. She's not in her uniform. Oh no, this person is in my hallway saying something ridiculous.
ああ、これ泊まることにしたから、アーチャーに行って宿泊道具一式を持ってこさせたの。
Wait, that's a pajama.
No, I think she just brought her pajamas. She just came dressing.
Oh no,
normal
and by the
clothes.
way, it would be weird if she borrowed Saber's pajamas because Saber's pajamas are Rin's pajamas. So
Well,
she
Saber's
would be
pajamas are
borrowing from
Bean's
her-
clothes. So like,
Yes, she would be borrowing
ちょっと
from
大丈夫？
herself.
疲れてるなら早めに寝なさいよね。
imagine if
明日の朝
Tosaka
寝坊なん
slept
てしたら
with
承知しないんだから。
Taiga's clothes. That would be really weird.
Does Taiga's clothes fit her?
Oh, I think Tosaka has a devious plan tomorrow. She doesn't want Shirou sleeping late. Waving goodbye, she goes down the hallway leading to the outbuilding. In a daze, I watch her go and look at myself in the mirror. My face is as red as an apple.
It's like,
Damn it.
wait a minute. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Oh my god. What's she
I
thinking
just
sleeping
thought
in the
of
same
that.
house even if we were far away from each other?
風呂入り直そうかな。
Certainly. I'll pour cold water on myself and cool my burning face down. I'll have to do so or I won't be able to concentrate on my training having Tosaka in my head.
Oh, my training.
The lights go out. It's midnight, right when the date changes. I concentrate on my training while looking up at the frozen moon.
トレース。
Oh,
I insert a new nerve into my spine. I make a magic circuit within
Jesus.
me. Oh fuck. I misclicked. Make magical energy and understand the structure of the wooden sword in my hand.
基本骨子解明
I put magical energy into it and strengthened the wooden sword. I analyzed the structure, alter it, and reinforce the matter.
構成材質補強
The usual process goes too smoothly. I don't know if it's because I became a master, but now I can easily strengthen things which used to have a success rate in the 0.01 digits, and I can make a magic circuit in a flash. No, it's not because I became a master. I'm only copying it. His swords. I'm only imitating that knight in red that I saw at the Ryudo temple. I'm imitating his twin swords, his sword technique, and now even his breathing.
偽物だこんなの俺のものじゃない
I can't help but feel self-hatred. Miyashiro's skill improved just by imitating him. I know it's not my own power, but I have to rely on it. It was because of his techniques that I was able to fight off those bone creatures at school, and it was because of his projected swords that I was able to fend off Kutsuki's attacks. Even now, I know that I can reproduce those swords if I seriously follow the manufacturing
強化
process.
で非なるもの始まりと終わりを入れてちょうど8節に分ければいいんだよな
Not Treisan sympathy start, but Treisan projection start. These words are still the same. There's no need to change the spell if it still works on me. First of all, I only know and can use one spell to change myself. I put down the strengthened wooden sword. The left side of my body is still numb. I was optimistic that it would heal if I rested today, but it wasn't that convenient. If this is the compensation for magic above my level duplicating Archer's twin swords, I might destroy myself if I project one more time. I remove the nerve inside my spine. My body is free of the poison called the magic circuit, and tension escapes my body. Then...
シロ眠れないのですか
Oh, are we gonna have another Kiritsugu moment?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Saber quietly comes
いや
inside.
そういう
Oh
わけじ
yeah,
ゃな
by
い
the way, has she
これは
not
日課だから
has she not
気にしないでくれ
realized that her master just pierced something into his neck?
Well, it's a metaphorical thing, but I mean, I think she must know that he doesn't magecraft well. Good. I must be relaxed, done with my daily routine. My voice is surprisingly gentle.
今日は賑やかでしたね
そうだなタイプは違えど藤姉が2人いたようなもんだし
I
That's
answer
a
her
good
smile
way
with a
to put
smile.
it.
Saber agrees and sits next to me.
しかし今夜も魔術の鍛錬ですか何があろうと予定は変えないのですね
ああ欠かさずにやれっていうのが親父の教えだったからなけどまあ教えてくれたのはそれだけだったけど
それだけでは魔術師としての知識もあり方も享受されてはいないのですか
ああそもそもさ教えるべき本人が魔術師らしくなかったんだよ困った大人だったな普段はぼーっとしていてどうも冴えなかった楽しむときは思いっきり楽しむんだなんて言って子供みたいにはしゃいでたしあれで僕は魔法使いなんだなんて言われても信じられないって普通
I can tell that I'm smiling as I tell the story about my past, the 5 years between the time of the fire and Kiritsugu's death. Come to think of it, that might have been the best time of my life.
なるほどそういう詩が好きだったのですね
遠坂に聞かれたら怒られそうだけど憧れてた自由で全然魔術師っぽくなくても俺にとってはキリツグこそが本当の魔法使いだったんだまあそれにさ
Why
自分以上
Tosaka
に子
might
供っぽい
get
んで
angry?
どうしても放っておけなかった
I
って
don't
の
get
もある
that.
し
Because Kiritsugu taught him poorly and almost got him killed. She's upset.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
can respect the magecraft or whatever.
ええシローの気持ちはわかる私にもメーガスはいたが
Oh man,
そい
that's
つ
a
も子
deep
供のよう
cut.
な人物だった
Oh boy, oh, they are talking.
Well, you see, 1600 years ago, I had this guy in my court that told me to pull the sword out of a stone. It was a,
Oh,
kind
I
of
was
an
thinking
oddball.
I thought she was talking about Kiritsugu too.
Well, I suppose it's because she said I had a magus of my own. I presume that was
Yeah,
Merlin.
because I guess, but at the same time, we were never truly introduced to Merlin,
Yeah, that's true.
そいつ
and it makes kind of sense that
Saber
she
が人を
refers
そんな
to
風に言うなん
Kiritsugu
て。
as immature because, well, after seeing what he lived with Shirou, it looks immature seeing him in the war.
Yeah.
いいえ、彼は例外です。あれはとんでもない老人だった。尊敬していたし、親愛も感じていましたが、同時に
Well,
あらゆる
Merlin
厄介
was
事のもとでした。
notoriously
彼のいたずら
complicated.
好きさえなければ、もう少しまともな時代になったでしょう。
I don't know a lot about the Arthurian myth, so you probably need to explain a few things for me right now.
Well, he was just weird. He was kind of a perverted old man stereotype at some point. He had some trouble with women. In fact, he kind of got killed by a woman that he was trying to seduce. It's kind of complicated. He didn't really get killed, I don't think. He was perpetually imprisoned, but that's besides the point. In either case, yes, he was complicated.
なんかすごいな、その言い方。まるで希代の悪人みたいじゃないか。
悪人でした。加えてそ
There you
の
go.
色ごとに弱いというか、愛の多い人物というか、結局最後にそれがあだとなって幽閉されてしまいましたが、あの老人
You
のこと
know,
です。
casually talking about love.
のんきに愛を語っているのでしょう。
Oh. She's stunned or smiling.
He's still alive.
Maybe she just means it in the afterlife, but... Oh, sorry, I didn't read that. Saber talks about her past. Is she stunned or smiling? Saber talks about her past and swallows her words a bit. And after a brief silence...
シロ、あなたの半身はどうなっているのです？
She
I
questions
find
me
it
with-
interesting.
Yeah.
I find it interesting that not even Rin understood that. Like, not even Rin made this question. Only Saber was close. Only Saber was watchful enough of Shirou that to understand that he was not okay.
Well, maybe Tosaka knew. She just didn't want to address it. Because she did pick up the dishwashing thing from him. I don't know. Maybe she wants him to say it.
Anyway.
なんだ。
Anyway.
セイバー気づいてたのか。
She questions me with straight eyes about what I didn't want her to know.
あれだけ皿を割っていれば誰でも気がつきます。それでどうなのです？見たところ異常があるのは半身だけのようですが。
いや、異常ってほどのことじゃない。ただ、麻痺してるだけなんだから。
I explained to her how it felt weird from this morning, how it's not affecting my movements, and how it's probably the feedback from last night's projection magic. Saber looks at me with uneasy eyes. When I try to smile back to her, telling her it's all right.
体の大部分が麻痺したままか。当然といえば当然だ。
Wait, what?
Oh,
Wait, what? I was thinking he would be there because again it makes sense that he would be there with Rain staying there. But what the heck?
the knight in red is standing at the door.
ハーチャー、
Saber jumps up as if to protect me. To her, he's an enemy that assaulted me. And he is an enemy to me as well.
理想を抱いて溺死しろ。
Those words he said before he slashed me would not get out of my head.
何用だアーチャー。我らは互いに不可侵の協定を結んでいるはず。己が主の命を守るのなら早々に立ち去るがよい。
Man, fuck my master. Archer does not answer but
I'm
takes
going to
another
become a
step.
communist.
止まるがいい。それ以上進むのならば相応の覚悟をしてもらおう。
Saber's enmity turns into intent to
Yeah.
kill.
待つんだ、セイバー。あいつにその気はない。それに、ここで戦うわけにはいかないだろ
それはそうですが、
う。いいから。で、要件は何だ
Hey,
よ、
he
アー
wants
チャ
to
ー。
have the talk of the real team day that we didn't have until now.
In the end of the day, there needs to be a talk with Archer. Come on, man.
I push Saber aside and confront Archer. I still don't like him. Our mentalities are different, but more than that, I just can't deal with him. I feel a chill running up my spine the instant I see him. I bet he falls under the category of natural enemy.
要件がないなら出ていけ。
投影をしたとリンから聞いていたが、やはりそうか。半身の感覚がなく、動作が中寄りに7センチほどずれているのだろう。
Wait a minute, misplaced about 7 centimeters inside you. What the heck? What is he talking about?
I suppose that's what he meant when he said that controlling his arm was like doing it with a controller. Like he has to pivot a different spot from his arm. It feels like the movement is coming from like the middle of his chest or something.
Okay.
I gasp. Archer's comment is so accurate that it's scary.
体を見せてみろ。力になれるかもしれん。
Now this is kind of sus. Archer wants to help us. Archer reaches out.
いい。よすんだセイバー。体を見せればいいんだな、アーチャー。
I take my top off and show him my back. Archer silently places his hand on it. I feel a small pain. Sensation. I feel heat on the numb left side of my body as if needles are pricking at it.
運のいい男だ。壊死していると思ったが、閉じていたものを開いただけだ。これならば数日もすれば回復しよう。
A few days?
開いた。
そうだ。お前は勘違いをしているようだがな。魔術回路とは作るものではなく表すものだ。
Oh my god, Archer's teaching us how to use magic? What the fuck?
Let's go! UBW, ladies and gentlemen.
本来使われるはずの回路が放棄され、眠っていたのだ。お前の死や輪には考えられない盲点だろうよ。まっとうな魔術師ならば、通常の神経そのものが回路になっている異端など知りもしまい。お前の麻痺は一時的なものだ。今まであったというのに使われていなかった回路に全開で魔力を通した結果。
Wait a minute. It's kind of when you use a muscle that you have never used before.
Yeah.
You feel it a little stiff.
Yeah, something like that.
だが何にせよ、
Yeah, makes
放
sense.
棄されていた区画に風が通ったのだ。いずれ神経は通常の機能を思い出すし、放棄されていた回路はこれで現役に戻ったということだ。
The needles poke my back again. I feel a definite thumping from my numb body.
こんなところか。体が動く頃には以前よりはマシな魔術師になっているだろう。何？
Archer, let's go.
では、シロウの体に異常はないと。
今までが異常だったのだ。いや、異常を眠らせたまま終わるのが正常な人間のせいだ。そのともあれ、明日一日は魔術を使おうと思うなよ。治りかけた神経が焼き付いたら麻痺では済まん。
Well, thanks, man.
詳しいのですね、アーチャー。
似たような経験があってな。私も初めは片腕を持っていかれた。新しい魔術を身につけるとはそういうことだ。
Wait, now he remembers it? I thought he could not remember anything from his past.
Ah, the plot thickens. Maybe he was lying to Tosaka.
No, that feels like something he would have made before in Unforeseen Night. That feels like something exclusive of this route.
He turns and tries to leave. It wouldn't be the first time he's lied to Tosaka, so I stop him. I want to know why he helped me now after trying to kill me before.
なんだ?
In that situation, it probably would be the first time he lied to Tosaka because they literally just met when he talked about not remembering stuff.
Well, yeah, but you know what I meant.
そんなことするか。
Yeah.
ただ聞きたいだけだ。お前が言い捨てやがったセリフがどんな意味なのかってな。
Drown in your ideals and die. The meaning of it. The uneasiness in my brain won't go away unless I hear it out from him.
言葉通りの意味だ。付け加えるものはない。
There's no hesitation. Archer declares seriously. That pisses me off so much that my whole vision turns
じ
white.
ゃあお前は何だ。理想を抱くなというお前は何のために戦ってるんだ。サーバントはみんな自分の目的があるんだろう。ならお前の戦う意義って何だ。
知れたこと。
No, that's a
私の
good
戦う意
question.
味はつまらぬ正常、大義、理想。
No,
そんな二つしかない
myself?
意義な
How,
ど
buddy?
剣を取るのはただ
The
己の欲望の成
What?
就。
Oh my god!
それ以外に理由などない。
He's like what? Gilgamesh and wants to go back to life?
自分のためだけだと。
そうだ。お前の欲
Jesus
望が
Christ, his arms are
誰も傷つけ
ridiculously
ないとい
big.
う理想であるのなら好きにするがいい。そんなに他人を救い
He's
たければ救え
genuinely
ばよ。
ridiculous. Jesus Christ.
ただし、
Look the size. Look at the size of his
本
upper
当にお
body
前自身の
and the
欲
size
望
of
なら
his
ば
arms. Jesus Christ. His arms go down to his knees. Jesus.
My
Or
mind
maybe
freezes.
even below the.
What did he just say?
自分の意志で戦うのならば、その罪も罰も全て自分が生み出したもの。背負うことすら理想のうちだ。だが、それが借り物の意志であるなら、お前の唱える理想は
Ah,
空
yes,
想に
Enya.
落ちるだろう。
The ideal isn't
borrowed-
yours. The ideal is Kiritsugu's.
A borrowed intention.
That's what he's talking about. Isn't it? Shirou doesn't really want to be a hero. He wants to die.
Yes.
He's being a hero because Kiritsugu wanted it. And he's just kind of like taken that as justification to keep
Yeah,
on living. I mean,
yeah,
insofar as he
it
can die
become-
trying.
It essentially picks up on one of the aspects he had when facing that experience and makes about that.
Yeah.
Because if I recall correctly, when he was burning in the fire, he was thinking of trying to help the people around him and at the same time trying to get help himself.
Yeah.
So trying to become a hero essentially makes focus on that aspect of trying to help others and make it about that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And it builds up on that Survivor's Guild thing. In a word, it is a fake.
戦いには理由がいる。だがそれは理想であってはならない。理想のために戦うのなら、救えるのは理想だけだ。そこに人を助ける道はない。
I can't talk. I can't think of any objections. Archer's words
And
pierce my heart
Saber's-
like arrows. And Saber knows
and
this very
Saber's
well.
quiet.
Saber knows this
Oh, yeah.
very well. But again, it goes the same for Saber as well.
戦う意義とは何かを助けたいという願望だ。少なくともお前にとってはそうだろう。エミヤシロ。
I mean, look at the Islamists, right? Like the radical Islamists. They fight for their ideal, but they don't advance their goal. They get a bunch of people hurt, and their objectives remain unaccomplished at the end of the day. So they aren't really doing anything other than just what they think they need to do.
Look at a better example. Saber herself.
Yeah.
On the quest for making her kingdom better, she only transformed it into a destroyed place.
And in the quest to protect the people, she destroyed it. And to enable her kingdom,
using the same
she
armies she
destroyed
was using the exact same armies she was trying to use to save.
Yep.
Again.
だが他者による救いは救いではない。人を叶えるのは本人の意志と結果だけだ。他人による救いなどそんなものは金貨と同じだよ。使えば他人の手に回ってしまう。
I can't speak. Something. I have to say he's wrong, so why?
だから無意味なんだ。お前の理想は確かに誰かを救うなどというお前の望みは達成できるだろう。お前はお前のものではない理想を抱いておそらくは死ぬまで繰り返す。
Yep. Spot on. No, that's.
私が言いたかったことは人助けの果てには何もない。結局他人も自分も救えない偽りのような人生だ。
He turns his red back to us and leaves. I can't think of anything to say. Darkness falls. We cannot look at one another and just stare at the back of the guy who's no longer here. February 10th.
Okay, and I think that's it.
Yeah. February 10th is an experience. We're gonna have to do it in one go if we wanna feel it. So.
Oh boy.
Yep. This was a surprisingly eventful day. A lot of things happened. That moment. I just have to say this. I'm sure. I don't know if Mapo Tofu is gonna
I'm slightly confused about Archer's words.
Yeah.
More because the philosophy in more philosophical, straight up philosophical terms is probably not that comprehensible. He's talking about more clearly Shirou, but not exactly helping others in general, I guess.
Yeah.
But again, it feels very interesting. He brought a rhetoric that nor Shirou nor Saber can truly oppose.
Yeah. I do think that this scene might suffer a bit from poor translation work, and hopefully when.
Oh yeah, that's probably something too.
Yeah, when the new translation patch comes out, hopefully that's going to make things a lot better in terms of being understandable. F-Bates, if you're watching this, which you're not, I hope you get that out as soon as you can. Or as soon as it's done, I should say. In either case, I do think that I just love this day. I don't know if Mapo Tofu is going to agree with me, but that scene on the porch with Shirou and Tosaka,
I don't know.
it hits me
I don't know
hard.
if I love this. But wait. Zevlen.
Yeah.
Hard? No, not hard. Not hard. Don't get hard by this.
No, it doesn't make me hard. It hits me hard, is what I mean. Like I feel.
Oh, okay, that's a better way.
Hits me in the feels, man. I almost got teary-eyed.
I don't know. It feels. It feels like one heck of a neatly wrote, well-written scene.
Yeah.
The author. Who is the author?
Nasu.
Nasu put in the aspects of the characters in the previous part and then flashbacks and slowly set up the pieces for this scene. It feels well done.
Yeah, that's what we meant with the whole thing of making it through the Fate route and then getting to experience Bladeworks, and I think that's part of what is missed when you go the anime only path, because you don't have any of that context from the Fate route. So when you get to a scene like this with Tosaka and Shirou at the porch, that's so like deeply connected to your understanding of who Kiritsugu is and who Tosaka is and her mission and her ideas and the way that she behaves. You really don't get that much from it.
When you get to a scene that to a certain degree uses so much of what was talked of the characters in Fate Stay Night, it feels weird only seeing this part because you don't truly understand what they're talking about.
Yeah. definitely.
You don't truly get.
Like,
You
you
don't
get
really
that it's
get the
supposed to be
core
an
of-
emotional moment, but you don't really feel the
Yeah,
impetus behind that.
no,
Right.
you don't really get the core of their arguments. You don't truly understand that they're not saying everything that they want there. They are just saying vague answers to try to hide the horrible implications in their situations.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just really like today. Today a lot of things happen, and Tosaka's finally home, and she's finally kind of what's the right word? Committed to teaching us some magic so that we don't die. Got some weird Archer
Oh yeah,
bullshit which I was
even
missing.
Archer.
Yeah. Weird Archer bullshit with his
But
passive
I guess
aggressive
I
help.
find it interesting that Archer just he didn't have a lot of big reactions out of Shirou making his swords. He just hey buddy, make my swords better.
Yeah. Try not to kill yourselves doing that. Yeah. I hope that we're gonna have some fun tomorrow, right? Because Tosaka has her devious scheme in the morning, whatever that is, and
And apparently, by what you said, this day is an experience.
it is an experience. I'm kind of scared, and I'm sure you're gonna think of this too. Castor didn't do anything today. And that
Yeah.
can either mean that she is being lazy, which I sincerely doubt, or
No,
that
at
she's
the
taking her time to prepare something big.
Oh yeah, and another thing, we haven't truly talked about anyone in the school. Shinji was not mentioned, Issei was not mentioned, Sakura was not mentioned. No
Yeah.
one was mentioned. They skipped over everything that was not the house.
Yeah, I think
And the
Shido's
house.
negligence
And the
here
house.
is
Yeah,
going to bring back
not
some
even
trouble later.
no, not it. It feels more like a nearly a lazy writing because that's a good way for Nasu to not talk about anything.
Oh no, I think Nasu's very conscious of what's going on. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, it feels kind of weird that he doesn't give a damn through the entire.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it feels
Well,
weird.
Shido's
It fe-
tired and confused, right? And they do talk about Castor in the sense that they're
Yeah,
trying to
but
draw the plans to Ryudo Temple.
yeah, but
They did that for
yeah,
most
but
of the day,
his
but
yeah, it feels weird that when they are planning, suddenly Shiro's actually focused on, but during the entirety of the school day, he was in outer space pretty much.
well, we don't know that he was focused. He was kind of drifting to me,
Yeah,
but he only really got into the conversation when they were talking about Kiritsugu and himself, and even then he seemed kind of distant. I do
I
think
guess.
that maybe Tosaka not thinking of these things can be seen as kind of strange, but she does that thing of like hyper focusing on some problem and ignoring other things very frequently. So
Tosaka's mistakes are always on the worst possible situation.
yep. But I am excited to see tomorrow's very, very insane, devious scheme and what it might bring over.
Oh yeah,
uh,
I don't think she will try to actually kill us, but she's probably going to try to take us to the church and get us to resign and be with Kotomine Kirei and Shinji and Gilgamesh.
I don't know about that. Tosaka
Oh,
doesn't seem like
but
the kind of
that
person that
would-
would ask us to resign, but especially
Yeah,
now that
she will
she's
just make it.
committed to training us. We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna cut it off.